mean?
Just write it raw and I will format it later.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna write it unless I can write it correctly. That's not how I do things. I mean, you could just like say what those things are that you sent me just now. Oh, okay, yeah. See, like that. That is helpful. Like for what your just say what yours are like that. So. Okay, so just each set of equal signs is one layer deeper, basically.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Because when I clicked edit, it was also like showing it like in RTF, and I don't want to see it in RTF. I want to see it in code, so I know how the hell to put it in. Can you make it so it shows it in code?
You need to do edit source code.
What are you? Why does your mic sound weird?
I am at family.
Hmm?
I am from my laptop.
Why?
I am at family.
At family?
He's at family.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, here we all are. Okay, so yeah, you guys are outside in the courtyard, and Vera's gotten her letter, and it's 11 a.m.
What day is it?
25th.
It's only been like a
Day
week
of the
since we
third
killed the
10
Lord
day.
Commander.
Nice.
What session is this? Is this like 53?
4.
54. Oh, I'm like 10 behind. Holy shit.
And so just real quick recap. We got all our pardons. Did they give us any like stuff, like any bonuses? Do we get any gold or
Thane asked for
prizes?
money, and he got money.
Yeah, I got a dagger too.
You got a dagger and some money.
I'll say I advocated on behalf of Thane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think that helped or did that hurt?
Well, it helped probably because I think that's what got him the dagger.
Okay. I mean, I just want to check because Varus advocating is often not helpful.
And then also you guys got invited to the inauguration as well.
Oh yes, but not the inauguration, right? It's like, what is it? Like the
It's inauguration.
what? But who's beeping?
What?
Not me.
Did anyone else hear a beep?
Nope.
Yeah, I
I
heard.
don't know. I don't care about the beep.
Okay. What is the inauguration? It's what the God damn it! It's
High Lord, High Judge Orvand is going to become, well, it already technically is, but he's going to be officially proclaimed to be Open Lord of Waterdeep.
Lord. Oh, okay. And the Masked Lords are already sorted then.
Yes.
Cool.
As far as anybody knows,
And we had no say.
It's never revealed. Their identities are never revealed. That's the whole point. So.
Yeah, but I mean, like.
But ostensibly, yes. If there's an Open Lord, it would be assumed that the rest of that has probably already been sorted too.
Yeah, it's taken care of.
Yes. Okay, now I'm hearing beeps.
That kind of sounded like, you know what that sounded like to me? This is going to be, I'm always doing Knights of the Old Republic references. That kind of sounded like one of the beeps from like Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah? Great reference, bro.
Yeah. Like the, when you swoop bike. Come on, swoop biking. You remember that.
I do remember swoop biking.
Of course.
That's kind of like.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and that's what, in 6 days? That's on the 31st?
The 1st.
Oh, it's on the 1st? And the,
oh
yeah, there aren't even 31st, are there? Holy shit.
There's not.
Okay.
And when is the wedding?
21st? Something like that?
I very well may have pinned it.
I'm writing it down in notes again.
I did not pin it. 20. Okay, so okay, yes, it is. Very good. If people keep putting jibber jabber into notes and resources, it makes it hard to find shit.
Don't worry, I'm the best, man. I use the notes to make my my recaps.
Yeah. Well, I know that's why we shouldn't have jibber jabber in there.
Right. Well, I used to use them before I ended up 9 sessions behind.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Look, look, you saw I reposted recap 1. I mean, the quality of it, it wasn't much. It was basically what notes are now.
Yeah. You were fairly incompetent.
Yeah, it's the 21st.
To be fair, you were also drinking a lot. I think that your inability to drink has improved your quality. All we had to do was kill your character off, and then your recaps get better. I'll remember that for the future.
Which is funny because in real life, I didn't start drinking again until recently. I've had a reverse Varys character arc.
No. Well.
So, y'all are in the La Courtyard.
Yes. And now, how are things? Are things like calm now, or is it still somewhat of a powder keg, the city? Or
Well, it's literally like, I mean, it's
well, no, but that's what I'm saying.
it's like an hour after you just started a huge fight, and there's still smoke on the horizon. So
yeah, but that's,
things are
I'm
still a
just
bit
wondering,
tense for now, but they should be resolving.
Okay, but that's what I was wondering. I
Set
was wondering,
to
like how much vim and vigor the mercs have when all the people are hiring
people are
dead.
still on edge still.
Okay,
because you just attacked people, and then the fire in
I'm a legend.
in the South Ward.
I mean,
So,
almost
are we gonna receive like an official letter, just to travel out of the city now?
Well, we don't need it. We're all pardoned.
All right, cool. So,
Well, the pardons in the
Do you
city being
think-
closed down are unrelated, but they're probably gonna open the gates now that the
Yeah.
issue has been resolved.
Yeah.
So should we check out the South Ward? Because I feel like we should go to the Free Ward first, check up on our boys,
Well,
and then do we still have the kid? The kid's still with us, right?
Yes, kid's still with you.
All right, I think we got to resolve this kid issue, right?
Well, I thought we.
Well, I guess
sent
no. The kid is the
Elizabeth
kid back at
the.
the kid's back at the Night's Rest, right?
Yeah, we sent her back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or whatever.
Malia and Sasha.
Malil.
Well, so I feel like even though things are, like it on the slide towards normalizing, I think the last gate that's going to be open is the one to the Free Ward. So we're probably still going to have to go around through the South Ward anyway. So I just go back, the way we came, basically go out through the South Ward. We can check stuff out on our way out.
Yeah, we'll check the South Ward and see what all the commotion was about too.
Yeah.
Because
So
Yeah,
was that the fire?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
yeah, we should check that.
Yeah, as we start moving, Vera's gonna kind of like point at the sack of skulls or sack of heads that Harmonal has, and
It's in the night's rest.
if anyone knows where we could, anyone knows
You
whether
can't
there are any
retroactively have left it in the Night's Rest, buddy. Because you
Why
thought
not?
you
He's
were
been
bringing it.
carrying
You thought,
10
why would you
heads.
have left it in the Night's Rest if you thought you were bringing it here to them?
Because I wouldn't carry a sack of heads going into the
That was
attack
the
of
whole point.
Atalanta.
Was to bring it to them.
Yeah, it's okay. You got them with you. I mean, like
I don't.
It's not a
I don't
problem
buy
with
this.
them
You
with
still have the heads on you.
Whatever.
Do you not want to have them for some reason?
He doesn't want to have them because they're weight, and he means he has to dispose of them. And now that he knows he doesn't need them, he's trying to sneak thief it.
I'm not doing that. I mean,
I'd say you
Sneak
should just drop all of them on the just on the floor of the Magister's palace and be like, "Yo, you guys want these or?"
No, I mean they didn't ask for them, and the thing is, like, someone else might want them, and if no one else wants them, we can toss them into the ocean and leave them for the crabs. I mean, I don't care. But on the off chance that there's someone out there who's like, "Ooh, this High Inquisitor, yes, I'd love to have his head."
Hold
on
on. What do you
pike."
mean? Well, listen. You went directly there though.
What? Who? Where? What?
did we?
Yeah. I'm fairly
Yeah.
sure you went directly from the Inquisitors to the Castlanters.
Oh, we totally did. Yeah.
Yeah. So you weren't, because it takes forever to go back and forth. So
Yeah.
there's no point you could have dropped them off back in the Night's Rest, except
Didn't
the one
we
time.
rest though?
It doesn't make any sense.
Where
mean,
did
we
we
did-
take a long rest?
You didn't. You took one after when you dropped the kid off, right? But it wouldn't make any sense for him to have collected all the heads and brought them with him the
Yeah.
entire time, and then dropped them off right before he would have ostensibly been taking them to the whole point he had brought them on in the first place.
Yeah. No, he's got them on him. It's
So he's
fine.
got them on.
He's
Maybe we could feed them to the lizard men,
You
right?
can feed
Yeah,
them to
yeah.
me. I'll eat them. You gotta deep fry those.
That's
You
not
gotta,
the first
mean-
head you've had in your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure Lily would eat them. She
Oh,
seems
yeah.
like she'd do anything.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, whatever. I have them with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head.
Well,
head-
so
head
the question
thief.
is, should we try to find? Does anyone know of bounty hunters or
You are the rogue. You are the rogue.
that we could hit on our, or that we could check it at on our way out, or should we just see if Casey knows anyone?
You are the rogue. It's your time to shine.
What?
You are the rogue.
So yeah, as you're
Yeah,
getting
okay.
closer to the Southern Ward barracks, it becomes ever clearer that the fire is definitely coming from there.
They
Okay.
burn the evidence.
And no matter where you are in the city, it seems to be pointing towards you.
What? The fire is pointing towards
The
us?
smoke.
What?
Yeah.
The smoke is pointing towards us? Explain.
Yeah.
Like it's like making a finger, or
It's just like it's
It's
the cloud is always pointing directly at you. Like it's
okay.
blowing towards you.
Okay.
Okay.
Sniffing the air, can Vera tell anything about the smoke? Like, is it like a acrid, smoke of like oily stuff, or is it like a clean like?
It smells
wood
like the last
smoke?
few times that you burnt the Southern Ward barracks.
Allegedly, you gotta. Well, what I'm wondering is like, does it smell like burning mushrooms?
Yost, will you mute your mic when you're typing, please?
Does it smell like burning mushrooms or not?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't know what that means.
I am concerned that either the mics are being burned or that the mics are burning things.
It doesn't smell like a good old-fashioned saute.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Brilliant.
Exactly, Greg. That's my superpower. Arson.
Yeah, as
Let's
you
go
as you
help.
get closer, you see people rushing around with buckets of water heading towards the barrack.
Well, if we're seeing Russians, then we should probably kill them.
And yeah, but the closer you get to the
Is there a reason why we're going through the alleys straight at the barracks? I mean,
you can go around.
I
thought you were gonna
don't
check it
think
out
we go
first.
straight out. We might go. Yeah, go. We could go in at that junction. Rubberneck a little bit, see what the situation is.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna go back out. He's like beeline towards the barracks.
Fucking beeliner.
Seriously.
I have a quick question actually. Was Barris Goldwater also pardoned?
No.
Oh damn!
My
I was gonna
squire.
turn into
I mean, you better be careful.
He's not a real
That's
person,
them-
but no.
That's them leaving themselves.
I think
yeah.
like technically he was executed. Not technically, but like as in because he's not a real person, but like, isn't that the story that they said? Was it?
They said that Abrix Raiders were, and they said that the terrorists were.
And
but I don't
Barris
think that,
was one of the Emmerich Raiders.
Was he?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, because they had all those portraits of you guys, and like
This
half
is
of them
what
were
I'm
your
saying, like-
aliases.
This is why allegedly is actually important.
So there's no problem if I am Barris Goldwater because Barris Goldwater is also dead.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to be a dead terrorist. It's like, well, listen, guys, everybody knows Osama bin Laden's dead, so it doesn't matter if I
Hey, look, man,
pretend to
Jeff
be Osama
Dunham.
bin Laden.
Jeff Dunham
because
made a
nobody's gonna
career
think-
off of.
They're going to be like, nobody's going to think, oh, Osama bin Laden's just actually in hiding. They're going to be like, oh, that's, he's dead. No, they're
Yeah.
gonna hunt you down. But yeah, you can do what you want. But
Jeff Dunham made a career out of being a dead terrorist, so I will too.
not much of a
I'm
career.
gonna try to sneakily cast Disguise Self on me, and
You
I'm
can't
going
sneakily
to.
cast spells. There's a
Well,
specific feat that requires that
damn.
lets you do that. Magic
right,
is
well.
inherently visible.
Gay. All right.
Do not disguise yourself as your alter ego that was dubbed a criminal mastermind.
For attacking this last place. And nobody dubbed him a criminal mastermind. Let's dispense with that immediately.
Okay. Dubbed criminal.
So, as you guys approach the barrack itself, there's people all gathered around, futilely tossing water onto the flaming building. There's several nervous-looking mages have emerged, seemingly from hiding, and are standing around the structure. And some are magically filling up buckets with water, and others are launching large spherical orbs of water at the inferno. And in the courtyard in front of the barracks, there's a large statue in the square, and it's seemingly a recent addition because you don't remember it from last time. And it depicts a group of watchmen standing strong and implacable against an unpictured threat. And there's a plaque visible beneath the statue, and it reads out in Common and Dwarvish and Elvish. This statue is dedicated to the brave members of the Southern Ward Barracks who were slain in the line of duty. And it reads out a list of like 30 names.
Oh, that was us. Did I do that?
Which names?
Okay. Captain Protovac Devola, age 47. Captain Kranst Dragoon, 61. Sergeant Conrad Bertrand, age 31. Sergeant Diggory Hugh, 27. Sergeant Clergold Gilbert, 23. Sergeant Henry Mayhew, 27. Sergeant Miles Howard, 30. Watchman Adelard Fenwin, 19. Watchman Everard Leake, 23. Watchman Rolt Blackwell, 19. Watchman Roland Forrest, 20. Watchman Weimar Steer, age 28. Watchman William Fine, 26. Watchman John Lance, 23. Watchman Manfred Sway, 22. Watchman Lee Warner, 25. Watchman Robin Sett, 22. Watchman Edmund Cray,
Look.
22.
I get it. I get it.
Nope. Pierce Long, 33. Watchman Roger
Long.
Sheff, 40. Watchman Norm Hinn, 39. Watchman
Norm
Thomas
Hinn.
Hick, 30. Watchman Bean Short, 27. Watchman Mac Dermott, 26. Watchman Nick Cross, 21. Watchman Boris Rent, 41. Watchman Devin Pack, 30. Watchman Price Rock, 23. Watchman Richmond May, 18. Quartermaster Barnabas Haydu, age 44. Honorary Quartermaster Bonnie Haydu, age 8. Honorary Quartermaster Mr.
We killed an
Paul,
8-year-old?
age 4. Yes.
When did we kill a
She was
4
the
and 8-year-old?
quartermaster's daughter.
Ooh.
I mean-
Ooh.
I mean, outside
I
what
don't
you're
like
saying,
that.
ooh, like we didn't do that.
Fake news.
Did I do that?
No, we didn't do that.
You lit the whole place on fire.
Yeah, okay.
And she died in the inferno.
Oh, I
Jeez.
call bullshit on that because because fire, I learned in the game is not useful for killing anyone. Like, no one gets killed in the flames. Everyone.
Well,
can
look. In our defense, okay, most of those guys were murderers and rapists, and some I assume, were
Yeah.
good people.
Hey, hey. Okay.
Anyway. Yeah, and so
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of people all gathered around the flames, and
Correct.
all the guards of all the various factions are standing around trying to extinguish the fire together. And as you approach the flames, they begin to pulse and dim rhythmically like a heartbeat. And then a voice speaks from the flames. I heard your voice in the flames, Master Varys. I have done as you commanded. Why do you ignore my prayers?
It's
You
a damn
bade
right.
me become your cleansing flame, and I have done so. But the flames
Perfect.
consume me. I burn and I burn, but you ignore my cries. Am I not
is that
worthy?
Saddam?
Have you forsaken me?
Who this? New number. Who this? Is this in my head or is this out loud?
Only in your head.
Can I respond telepathically and ask
Yes.
new number who dis?
Why have you forsaken me, master?
Master?
I
I am no one's
burn
master.
for you.
I'm gonna need a little bit of an explanation. Do I recognize the voice?
Yes, it seems like Saddam's.
Where are you, Saddam? Question mark.
I am the flames. I am the cleansing flame of Waterdeep.
Has Saddam been having his own Batman arc this whole time?
Yeah.
And now he is turned into flames?
Can I get a really, really brief recap? Little one needed a bottle of water. So I missed that.
The flames are talking to me, and it's Saddam's voice, and he's asking why I have forsaken him.
Oh. Okay.
In my defense, Saddam, I was murdered, and I was dead for quite some time. I think that's a pretty good rational reason, and we were kind of fighting a lot of guys here.
You came to me. Fire does not lie. It cleanses and purifies. It sanctifies. It offers redemption.
And so, like, is he angry at me? Like, what is he trying to...
Make an insight.
Alright, what the fuck is my insight? Is it 0? I think it's... No, actually, I think I have wisdom. Wisdom
Why is
I
that
know,
always what
+5.
you say? It's like, what is it, 0? Ah! Ah!
No, I always forget insight is actually one of the only
There's
things I'm good
only like 4 things that you have that are 0.
at. 25.
25.
Damn.
Perfect 20.
That's a natty.
Mm-hmm.
Greg.
So is,
it seems very
roll-
angry and
It
betrayed.
doesn't count because you rolled in notes.
Can I...
Ooh.
Oh, no. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. So I guess I'm going to try to explain myself to him telepathically, and try to question him on what exactly is going on. I'm going to point out we tried to reach out to him with the Ring of Sending. No response.
If I may ask,
You don't have the ring
We
of
did.
sending.
Well, no. At one point we did try to reach out to him with the Ring
Yeah,
of
but it was
Sending.
only fire, and that's it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So no
That
response.
now.
Yeah.
so who are you talking to? Is he talking to the fire?
Yes,
Sounds
but
like
telepathically.
Saddam is the fire.
So
Sounds like Saddam is fire.
Saddam is the fire, though, like because that's who Greg is telepathically
Yes.
communicating with.
That
Le
seems to be
Fire.
the impression.
Oh, okay. Huh? Can we convince him to live in our oven?
Ooh, handy. Power a big old steam engine.
Well, look, and this isn't even deceptive. We immediately after he got taken, we broke into the southern barracks a second time. Couldn't find him. We
Yeah.
went back thinking he'd be with Evander. Didn't find him. We killed the guy, the Lord Protector that took him. We've been kind of looking for him the whole time, other than when I was literally dead. I'm gonna point that out to him. I literally died. The moment, literally within like 2 days of leaving, I died.
We were both
And-
reborn in the flames.
Why are you doing that? So I'm gonna ask him how he became whatever this is. Does he
You
step? Do I have to
spoke
do a
me in the
persuasion?
flames that day. You changed me.
Did I? In the flames? What is this referring to? I don't. Is that another insight
I
roll?
was consumed by the fire. The guards
So,
dragged me into the inferno. But you spoke to me.
did I speak to him?
No.
I'm gonna just point out whoever this was wasn't me because I didn't quite have that ability yet to speak to people. Just pointing that out. Is that a persuasion roll? Am I trying to persuade him?
Yeah, you could do some persuasion. Yeah, that's a
Persuasion?
good use of that.
So while he's telepathically communicating with a flame, and I guess we seem like idiots along the way.
I'm gonna point out that Can I just tell the rest of them that Saddam? I'm gonna like whisper everyone. Saddam is the fire, and he is talking to me, and he is pissed.
Okay.
You could have picked a better name for him in hindsight. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest that when he says that, Vera's going to like raise an eyebrow, like what the fuck, and like take a half step away when he's not looking.
Yeah, I'm gonna also shrug at her like, dude, I have no fucking clue what's going on.
Gotten used to it at this point, you know. Varys has these sorts
Okay.
of things. So
I'm just gonna use the Shaggy defense.
So what are you trying to
wasn't me.
persuade him of?
One, I was not the voice that spoke to him. Two, these are all the times we tried to find him. I'm gonna briefly list those. And also a bit of an explanation of what is going on. That's my persuasion attempt.
Your suasion attempt.
Yes.
But I was going to ask Varys what Saddam wants, if he has some goal, or if he's just burning out of a sense of vengeance, and if he's going to
So
burn everything.
the flames seem to dim a little bit, and then they flash back, and he says, "These people must be cleansed of their sins, though, reborn, like we were."
Oh God.
So does he no longer have any sort of physical form? He is just the flame.
Make a perception check.
Perception.
Yeah.
+1. I like being a half elf because you get a lot of skills. 10.
Oh yeah. Is that why?
Mixed breed.
Yeah.
So the flames are very bright, but in the courtyard of the building, towards the center of the inferno, there's like a black silhouette in the center of the fire.
You guys want to? I'm gonna point this out, and we're like, you guys want to go in there, or you want me to do it, or did we ever take a rest? By the way, I don't
No.
think so.
We
No.
did not take a long rest. No.
I have no spells. I have no lay on hands. I could use my channel divinity to recover 1 spell slot, though. I guess I'll do that. I guess I'll recover 1 spell slot, and I'm just gonna tell him,
Any
look,
spell slot?
it's a first level slot,
Oh,
I believe. Let me just.
That's not as
An
cool as
optional
you made it
paladin.
sound.
Yeah. Oh wait. It can't be any more than half my proficiency bonus running up, so I can do a 2nd level spot actually.
Nice. Glad I asked.
2nd level slot. So could I use that to get to the edge of the flames and then try to misty step to him?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So you could walk towards the flames, and
Cool.
you can't feel anything, but everybody else smells like a little bit of a dead skin burning.
Gross.
Yeah. Smells pretty good actually.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, you get to the to the edge of the flames, like right in front of the gate to the barracks, and yeah, right at the center of the inferno is like a shadow of a man, engulfed in fire.
what exactly is he? Is he on fire?
He is fire. He is the fire.
So there's no more physical form to him. He is just fire.
He's just a shadow, and then the inferno. Yeah.
So
It's less of like a person, more like a lack of fire that defines his shape.
is this what you are now, Saddam?
So he's an
I am
asshole.
what you made me, master. What you bade me become.
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, look, you were supposed to bow to no man. You have no master, Saddam. You are your own master. And I did not give you any further commands. Wasn't me.
Not taking responsibility.
Well, it
Classic.
literally wasn't me. It's probably the Thin Man.
Is that right? Oh, everything that's good is you, and everything that's bad is the fucking thin man.
Yeah, I literally didn't do this. So I'm gonna point this out that you're a free man. You were a free man, and extinguish this flame.
You just said he's a free man, and now you're telling him what
You
to
wish
do.
to
Well,
free
well-
me from my pact.
Okay, so you also made a pact with
It's a question.
the Thin Man.
Yes.
No.
If you had made a pact with me, I would free you. But you did not make a pact with me.
I think he thinks he did, though. He said, "Do you wish to free me from my pact?"
If you made a pact with me, you are no longer bound with it. I'm just going to tell him that.
Me some persuasion again.
Jeez.
Jeez
You always
Louise.
need to persuade him. You're like, "It's okay. You don't owe me $20. We're
16.
cool." You're like, "Convince me. Convince me I don't owe you money."
He the flames seem to quiver a bit, and he says, "But the voice, what shall I do? All the lives."
Come with us to Nightstone, dude. Can he do that? Does he still have a physical form at all? Can he just be his little black shadowy self come to Nightstone?
It is too late for me.
Okay.
Can I go back in with the Ring of Power?
Well, I will tell him that the Lord Protector, the ones behind all of the crimes and the enslaving, we have killed them. And we killed all those who sought to restore the Lord Protector's, basically his Inquisitors and shit. And it's done. We killed them all.
My work is accomplished, then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find peace in death.
But yeah, I'm gonna say that. Find peace in death. Harmon always says that. Find peace in death.
Doesn't he say that like as an insult though?
No,
That's
I don't
not an
think so.
insult.
Okay, no.
He said it to Erling Sando, not the first time, but the second time when he was apologizing.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's true. Yeah, not the first time though.
Not the first time. The first time he
Not the
said,
first
"Fuck you."
time. To be
The first
clear.
time was go fuck
So
yourself.
the flames pulse again, and he says, "Thank you," and they hurtles up like a like a reverse tornado and heads towards the ocean, where it collides with the ocean into a massive steam cloud.
So I guess I'm just gonna tell him what happened there and be like, all right, I don't know if he's dead, if he's going to heaven, going to hell, because he made a warlock pact. I have no idea. But yeah, that was Saddam. Rip.
All
And
right.
the fire is now gone, and all the onlookers are very confused.
Oh god, if they blame
They seem to recognize that you guys did something, and start to clap and cheer for you.
What did Thane say?
Harminil.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's
Harmonil
what
is gonna
Thane
start
said. He
doing
said
that chant.
Harmonil. No, what did you say, Thane?
No, I was saying I hope they don't blame us for this shit.
Okay. It would be
We
a
were the good
character.
guys.
Yeah. But all that's left of the barracks, though, is just a bunch of blackened, partially melted stone. Statue's looking
Damn.
great, though.
Cool. That's good. I'm glad.
I'm glad that we know what happened to Saddam. I guess he made a warlock pact and became whatever the fuck that was.
We don't know that. Maybe he just, like.
Look, when all you
became
have
one
is
of-
warlock packs and the Thin Man, everything starts to look like a... No, when all you have is the Thin Man, everything starts to look like a warlock pact.
There you go.
I mean, we all have warlock pacts, except for Thane's the only one that still has 100% rights to his soul.
We don't know that.
That's true. That's true.
Do you have 100% rights to your soul, Thane?
It's a timeshare situation, I think.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Who knows what you've agreed to while drunk?
exactly.
That's true. That's not binding, though.
One
You
tenth
can
of the
make
time
that.
it's Mephistopheles. 1/10 of the time it's Asmodeus. 1/10 of the time, it's Orcus. 1/10 of the time.
All right, that's cute.
I bet Greg also has a timeshare there.
But what?
This is so funny.
Like Greg has part
Timeshares.
of the soul too.
Dude, what am I, ginger? All right, so
Raids from
Saddam
Lord of the Rings,
Saddam is
no.
solved. Saddam's solved, man. He turned into a big fire guy. That's cute.
Good for him. And he finished
All
the
right.
work we started at this God's Forsaken watch house. Now let's be gone.
Yeah.
Be rid of this.
Beyond thought. Where's Evander, by the way? Is he still at the Night's
He's
Rest?
still at the nice rest, recuperating from being a
You
slave
said
for
the-
like 3 months.
You say the nice rest.
The night
The nice rest?
Yeah, the,
The nice rest. Yeah. That's what that shitty one we were staying at before.
eventually, in 100 years, it's gonna be the nice rest.
That's true.
How like in
Alright.
what's it called? How Fuddruckers becomes buttfuckers.
Yeah, but
Are we gonna go through the South Gate now?
Yeah.
We solved
Yes.
that issue?
yeah,
You
Problem solved.
Shaw.
yeah.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Everybody's
So Thane,
real happy. They try to put Thane on their shoulders.
Thane's been like steadily swinging on his flask this whole time. Kind of wondering like,
Great idea
You
to
know.
do right there by the fire.
like what the hell's going on. The fact that Varys kind of vouched for him previously is is obviously holding sway right now, but he's very confused. He's like, I thought we wanted to get the fuck
Honestly, understandable. We just had to put Saddam Hussein's soul at rest real quick, I guess. Yeah, so
Cleanse and
Saddam
flame of
Hussein.
Baghdad.
So when we did our first jihadi attack, there was one that was way more badass than the rest, and his
Moderate
name was
rebel attack.
Saddam Hussein. And we put him in charge of like the diversionary attack.
I gave them all random names because I didn't expect them to do that. What they did, to befriend them, but they did befriend them, and then so the name stuck, and then yeah.
You've gotten better about giving names to everyone, though. Like the fact that you had all 30 Watchmen names on a list there, that's good. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
I prepared
You
for
knew
that.
You knew we would ask.
Yep, to remind you of what you did.
Yes. I mean, I think you just wanted to use some of those names.
Oh yeah, they're great names.
Mac,
Jesus.
Dermot.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
All right, so yeah, the gates have now been opened. By the way, the Griffins are no longer omnipresent. They're in fact no longer present.
So the way is no longer shut.
Yes.
Should we go to Night's Rest before we leave?
Yeah, we're going up to the free ward. But because I also, a bunch of our shit is there. Like I've got a carriage that's basically like the wheels are gonna break off because there's so much gold and shit in the back of it. So
That is true. And
Wasn't it
platinum.
like not that much, but it was just platinum, so it's just worth a fuck ton? It
no,
wasn't like that much.
It's
Uh,
$100
no.
bills, right?
there is a lot of money, and also like banjos and leopard skin rugs.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
clothes.
He's not wrong. There's a lot of loot in there.
There's candelabras and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Harmonal was in charge of like the actual GP and stuff like that, but I think it's in like the order of like 1,500 or 2,000 GP.
So the
We had
guard,
2,000 in the Suez alone in the
the guard who
Inquisitorium.
repeatedly had checked your writ from before gives you guys a wave as you pass through the gate.
Yes.
Does it
Oh,
seem like
I-
that guard was a true believer in the Lord Protector, or
No, but he also,
I think he
The-
was a true believer in a regular.
people with a
paycheck.
small amount of power like to hold that power, use that,
Yeah. He's a petty functionary.
Yeah,
He's gonna live
exactly.
it up.
yeah. It's like a traffic cop who gets off on writing the tickets.
Yeah.
Dude, I literally got ticketed the other day,
Oh, no.
and I was just like, this guy gave me a ticket for like within 10 miles of the speed limit. I was like, oh no.
I got
this
pulled
cunt.
over for going 37 and like 37 and a 35 or something like that, and then they like had a fucking dog come over and like smell my car and everything.
Yeah, that's what he did. He didn't pull you over because you're speeding. He saw that you were
Well,
speeding.
no, I
pulled you over
fucking
because you were
obviously,
white.
yeah, obviously you don't pull
It's
somebody over for
goddamn
going 2
pretense.
miles over the speed limit. I know,
Yeah.
it's a fucking obvious pretense,
Yeah.
It's fucking,
bastards.
yeah, those bastards.
Bastards.
Yeah, so the North Gate has got nobody inside, or nobody guarding it this time.
Nobody.
Nobody
Well, we're gonna have
guarding
to have a talk with Kakasi. There's supposed to be a couple of trolleys and shit.
Well, that's at the troll gate,
Yeah,
isn't
the trolls kind of migrate,
Well, I mean, we're supposed to have thugs at all the gates. I said thugs. I mean,
it?
That's true.
Upstanding citizens.
yeah.
Oh, well, there'll be a
Freedom
couple guys
fighters.
outside then.
I mean,
got
Yeah.
big scroll to 'em.
yeah.
They've got a little barricade set up outside. Not
Mhm.
blocking the road, but just giving them some cover just in case.
Are we just like celebrities in the field ward at this point? Free ward.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's where you're most well known. You're starting to get some rep in the rest of Waterdeep. Just
Sick.
problematically, for the first like 7 levels, you were doing everything under an alias and trying not to be seen. So it's like, now you're getting some cred, especially, after the pardons.
Well, Bear's Goldwater probably is not so well liked in the free ward.
Yeah, but yeah, that's yeah.
He's seen as a possible pederast.
a likely pederast.
I'm a wealthy man going through the slums. Hey kids, take some money. No, I'm offering them actual work.
Possible
Yeah.
sex tourist Barris Goldwater.
Yeah, I mean he's branded well, like people call him, a pedophile. People call him a child molester. He's like, no, I practice pederasty.
It's a pederast. I'm a pederast. Yeah.
I'm a proud
feet.
male pederast.
You got to put a Greek spin on it,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I just like feet, not kids. I'm a pederast, not a pedophile.
Yeah.
Isn't that what that means?
Something like that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've been calling myself that for years. I'm
Uh-huh.
a pederast file. I shorten it to pedophile.
Uh-huh. Well, the state shortened it. You just went with it.
Yeah. Let's pull up the Night's Rest map. Squawp.
Alrighty.
Where's Thane? Oh, there he is.
There
So-
he is.
While we are here, I'd
He's
like,
got a neat pint in front of him.
so while we're
Oh, I
here,
like that.
I'd like to
You went
address the
Scottish.
good old knights
Mm.
and tell to them that since we found a crop ton of gold in the sewers and in Inquisitorium, and they fought with us, that they deserve a share of all the loot.
How much?
Yeah, but like not too much.
They seem amenable to the idea.
How much loot is there? You want to put that in notes, like the total loot that you have?
It's in loot.
Oh, it's in loot.
Everything we took from sewers and Inquisitorium.
Fuck's sake.
That's a crap ton of money.
I think we should probably leave like 500 GP with the knights. Or wait. So when Harmonil says we have a bunch of loot, we can leave with them. Vera is going to interject, and she's going to say, say to the knights, we can give you your cut, and we can part ways, and you can each make a life for yourselves. Or if you wish, you can come with us to Nightstone to have a home and a place to lay roots.
And Darla, whose face is looking much better now.
Oh, good.
After Varys used.
Well, not that
healing.
much better.
Well, but it's not like pussy and seeping. It's healed up now, but it's still scarred. He says that they're gonna take a third option and they're gonna reinvest it in the community here
Oh,
and
lovely.
stick around. They can't. They want to see how things turn out.
well,
So how much of this 2,000 gold are we giving them?
So, if no one objects, I feel like Vera would just like make a unilateral decision
Okay.
and take 500 GP out of the pot. Just take like a big sack of gold, basically. I'm going to assume that Harmonil has organized it into sensible,
Into 500
say-
GP sacks.
yeah.
I honestly, I think Varys would push for even more because we have all the fucking retarded amount of platinum that 2,000 gold isn't even that much to us.
I mean,
I mean, it's a lot.
yeah, it's
Oh.
a lot, but like
How much did those bars work out to? It's like it's 5 pounds each. That's 10 pounds of platinum. And I remember it was a lot.
God damn it, Mark wrote it poorly. Like whenever I write those things in my inventory,
Where did he go? He just left.
He said 2
He
minutes.
said he needed a couple seconds. I think
Oh.
he's having issues with his mic and stuff, or maybe family. I don't know.
I hope he's fixing his mic. It's hard to hear him. Yeah.
But I mean, so are you gonna like interject?
What's
them?
up with the kid, by the way? What do you
Well, I don't
guys?
know.
What's the plan with the kid?
Well, where is the kid? I mean, we sent her back with Zaffo or
She should. I mean, I just didn't put her token here. Hold on.
the token child. I think it's like 500 GP is. Oh God! Can you make her not be screaming? She's still screaming.
That's just what her picture looks like. Hold on.
That's supposed to be like she's laughing or she's in terror.
Hold on,
She's screaming.
This is the picture, and I posted it in general, that the kids' pictures are taken from. They're playing in the courtyard, right outside where you killed her mom.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, worth it.
Worth it.
Hey, look, mommy and daddy were very bad people, so we had to blast them.
Yeah.
They had to get blasted.
It's not a better life.
I mean, so my thought is that like
Just sit in the
500
corner.
GP is an insane amount of gold in the free ward.
How
Yeah,
much
it's great.
money did?
Yeah.
How much money did I give them after the when I ran away?
You can, like, all the money.
It was close to that. It was like 400, I
It
think.
was probably like 500. Okay, yeah, I
I think
mean,
it was 400.
Yeah. Well, because the thing is like so they
And
don't
most
know
of
how
that they
much we
used to
have.
buy all the weapons and armor.
Like, I know that might sound dodgy, but they don't know how much we have. We're giving them stuff. And honestly, like, this is a lot of stuff to sift through anyway. And aside from them, there's a lot of us as well. And I know that that Brothers Finderwell all have their stupid plan where they want to buy a bunch of diamonds or whatever to throw them at demons. I don't know.
whoa, well, what is my remaining cut?
Let me just defend the Brothers Finderwell that it is a little bit more complicated than that, but
I know they want to buy diamonds, and
you need
like
the
a
diamonds to
1,000
like summon the demons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they have plans with a lot of money involved.
Yes.
And
By the way, can I try to observe Vittoro Castellanter's rod,
Jesus Christ!
or do I have to do that? Do I have to do that over a rest?
I just
think
want
you're gonna
you to
have to-
reframe how you said it. That's all. That's
you're
all.
gonna have to go back to a corpse, I think. Lucky for you, it still has that priapism.
Do I have to be attuned to his rod?
Oh God. Yes,
Just
it does
take it in your
require
hand.
attunement. Yes.
Okay.
Just get a tight grip around
But
it.
you can identify
Nice.
without that during a long
All right.
rest.
Gotcha. I'll do that next long rest. What does Thane think in terms of the night's cut? Because or how much of the remaining 1531? What is our individual cuts then?
Okay, well,
Honestly,
Let's
like,
go to Nightstone.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Thane's over there just kind of like secretly judging the elves for being like, you know, he's been drinking for a while now, and he's just kind of like relishing the memory of like Vera trying to shoot a hand crossbow 600 feet.
Gotta get the angle right, she says.
No, I mean, Thane is, in general, I think Thane is relatively, you know, unconcerned with the distribution of the spoils. You know, and he'll,
With the wealth of men and elves.
yes, exactly. I think he'll go pat Grant for a while and let you guys figure it out.
after all
That's
the back chatter and side debates, Vera's just gonna take 5 of the 100 GP bags and set them on the counter between between Thane and Kikasi and Andala and Asir and Leah, so like between all of them basically. And then she's gonna look at Kikasi and then look at Andala, and she's gonna say, "If you need any more, you know where to find us, and if you ever need help, you know where to find us."
Kakasi
leave
gives
it
you pours a toast and toasts you.
Oh, drinks! Yay!
Drink.
Yeah, he pours a bunch out. He pours one out for everybody, and then he says, "To the Amrix
That mate.
Raiders."
Vera's gonna laugh and then drink.
Fuck, and Hanway will shout, raise his glass and say, "Fuck the Rashemis."
You know, now that he says that, I'm going to take my Rashemi mask and I'm going to give it to Andala and go, "You might want to wear this until we find a cleric to fix your face."
Oh!
He smiles, but he says that he says that it's a slaver mask, and he wouldn't want to wear something.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I wear it to hide this, so I just figured maybe you'd like it. But now I can
he
do
says
this.
that he'd rather look like a slaver than like you, though.
Ouch!
Oh.
Totally
Oof.
winning this.
So you know what? Upon hearing that, I'm going to just cast disguise self, and I'm going to like make myself look like myself, but not dead. You know, like I used to look and be like, yeah, but I can do this now. So
Look what I can do.
Fair
So,
enough. Fair enough. He
Just
says.
when he does that, Vera's gonna like take a glance at Leah. Do I notice anything pass across her face when she sees old Varys?
Just she seems kind of like
Horny.
disappointed. You know that what happened to him. You know
I don't know what
how
that
he
means.
fell. You know.
I don't know. I still don't know what that means. She looks like how it happened to him. What like?
She looks disappointed
Oh, disappointed.
at what happened. You know, at just
The
the whole
it reminds
situation.
her of what you know of the whole situation. You know.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Grint? What is Grint doing?
You know, because he did it to save her, right? So it's like a special. You know, Grint's sitting over on the chair there, like usual,
Yeah.
Boar in the chair, and he's getting his belly rubbed by Thane.
Love it.
Can we
Grint had-
get any food for him? Go ahead.
Oh
Thane.
yeah. No, Thane grabbed some food earlier. It's a nice rump steak.
Thane doesn't ask for no, sorry, not Thane. Grint doesn't ask for food.
No.
Grint takes.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
there's a bunch of rations and such here, I believe, that were
Yeah.
taken from one of the buildings at some point.
Yeah.
Grant is actually a very sweet soul. It's
Yeah.
just
It's just what you make
Right.
him do.
Oh yeah. We also have a number of like. So we have medical stuff that we can leave here. We also have like casks of like pure alcohol, right?
Yes.
How many are left? How many we leave here?
Three.
5
You
or
have 3 left, I think. You took or 4?
How many do we take in the first place?
I
How many
think
do
you
we
took
take?
2,
from the
right?
place?
Or 3.
Well, no, I'm asking how many we took from.
You
the
took
Inquisitor.
6 in total, I believe, because it was 3 on either side.
Yeah.
And I think we used like 3 or 4 to burn the entrance.
I think we used 3.
I think it was 3.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
have
Cool.
3
So
left.
we have 3 left. Because those are useful. We're gonna take those. Oh, so we'll leave one of those here as a parting gift for Casey, and make sure he knows. Mix that with something.
Oh yeah.
Like
He's
you will kill
experienced
people.
with moonshine. You know, he knows Varys.
Yeah, but this is not moonshine. This is ethyl alcohol. Like this
That's
is
true. Yeah.
rocket fuel. Like this is dangerous. So keep it in a safe space and
Cut it with
make-
some orange juice.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it with some orange juice, and we'll take 2 casks with us, for if we need them. So 2 casks of alcohol.
And,
How large are casks?
Casey points at the girl by the fireplace and he says, "What do you want to do with the girl?"
Are they like 25-liter casks?
It's a barrel.
Okay. Are they?
It's just a standard barrel. It's 1 barrel. Let me look up.
But, like-
Let me search for a barrel.
What size of it? I mean, that's
160
barrel
liters
is an
is the
object.
standard
A
unit.
barrel can hold 40 gallons of liquid or 4 cubic feet of solids.
40 gallons. That's like it's like 120 liters. Like we'll say 125 liters then. Or wait, no, we're using gallons though, right? So 40
Yeah.
gallons.
US or British gallons?
Shut up, dude.
Metric.
Okay. While everyone's
That's
having their drink,
151 liters.
yeah, it's a lot.
have
While everyone's having their drinks, Vera is going to motion for Harmonel to come over, and then she's gonna kind of take Harmonel and Casey into a corner, and
Hold on, but
I'm
it's not 1 barrel. It's the fucking book says a barrel can hold 40 gallons of liquid. So we're not using that weird unit that you just posted.
That's not the weight unit. It's the standard unit for oil measurement and everything, like for oil trading. It's not a
okay.
weird unit.
All right, buddy.
so whatever that was about.
Dude's in fucking
Um,
OPEC over here.
we're gonna take Harmonal over with his bag of heads and bring Kakasi like into the corner. So we're not like brandishing a bag of heads in the middle of the room while everyone's having a drink. And I'm gonna show them to Kakasi and ask.
Do you know any sketchy inns or mad wizards or anything?
I'm gonna ask Kakasi if he knows anyone who might have a bounty out on any of these people, or who would pay good money for a proof of death.
Mad wizards, sketchy inns, and everything. Do you know any of them?
He says that he doesn't know any necromancers. No.
Mad wizards, not necromancers.
Wizards that would use heads are typically necromancers that don't want the necromancer rep. He explains.
Okay.
No, not like that. I mean, a mad wizard who would want this guy's dead.
To get back to my question, which
like an angry. Well, they're not. They wouldn't like pay you retroactively.
So to get back to my question, which is not idiotic, I'm not going to ask Kakasi if he knows any mad wizards or necromancers. Does he know?
He's not saying mad wizards. He's saying wizards that are mad because they.
I got Kakasi if he knows anyone who would put out a bounty on someone like this, or where we could look for bounties.
He says that's not really his thing anymore.
Not just anymore, Kakasi, but so you do know some people then.
Well,
probably all the guys he knew died. Probably all the guys he knew died in the armor.
A lot of people that he knew died. He explains, but that was also like 20 years ago. He's retired now, and he would be reticent to activate his old contacts.
Fair enough. Okay, well then.
Because a lot of them think he's dead.
Well, we'll drop him in the river when we're out, I guess. Too bad. I figured the Inquisitor would be wanted by someone. The rest.
Well, maybe you could take him to Rashomon.
I mean, where what? Is this a person and place?
That's where they're from. Rashomon.
They're
like
technically
basically
like
Russia.
Slaves, basically from.
Yeah, but why would someone there want the head? I mean, that seems silly.
Well, because that's where they're from. So I mean, that's.
We're not looking for people. Okay, whatever. We're gonna.
If they got there, the heads would decompose. It would be a Zarek the Animal situation.
Yeah, it's all mad. I was hoping that maybe someone around would want such a thing, or I figured maybe someone would like. I figured maybe there'd be some kind of like rich noble who it would tickle his funny bone to have Castellanter's head. Just to be like, Castellanter, you dick. You know how nobles can be.
We didn't take Castellanter's head though. We took
Castellanter's head.
This is all the Inquisitor's heads.
Damn it! I thought Harmon was taking all the heads. Come on, man.
Castellanter was in that building with the devil.
Oh, that's true. That was Varys' responsibility to take that head. Good job, Varys.
I didn't have time. Okay.
He took his staff.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't have time to cut off. I took his rod, actually.
You took his rod, but not his head.
He grasped the rod, but not the head.
Okay.
What does Thane think of this rod head situation?
Thane's currently more thinking about wandering over to the child, bringing Grant, and trying to comfort her. He's that's what he's thinking about right now. He wants to.
All right, so you bring the boar over to the kid, who historically had been very afraid of the boar.
Like you know what would comfort a scared child? A drunk dwarf and a wild boar.
Give me an animal handling with advantage.
No. Thane's gonna get down on one knee. Brent is going to stay back, and he's going to ask the child whether or not she would like to pet the boar, who is currently docile.
He's getting 20 feet away for a charge. So
he gets down on one knee and he's looking up at her.
She gets down on one knee in return to make the eye level even. No, and so whenever you mention the boar, she looks up at you from her stupor, and she nods.
So I motion. So Thane's going to motion to Grant to approach slowly and roll over so that his belly is exposed.
All right, he flops on his back and does the roll on the ground thing.
Do you want
And
to know
she
fun fact?
she hesitantly touches his belly, and
So,
when she
I
realizes that
know
he's not gonna
from
gore her, she starts rubbing it.
so I know from personal experience, if you scratch like a wild pig like right on the tip of its nose, it just like paralyzes it. They get all stiff and then they fall over on their sides, so you can pet
Wait,
them.
where did he roll for that?
Yeah, let me roll because historically I have rolled very well.
Yeah, give me
so-
animal
Oh.
handling with advantage.
I want to see this.
Oh, God.
It's a Grint. It's Grint. He's
He
gonna
has
be
plus
fine.
5. You have plus 5 with advantage. That's you're gonna roll good here. I
Everyone's
believe in you.
having a
Roll well.
drink,
Superman does good. You
and
do
then
well.
Brent murders the child.
So what's the roll?
2d20,
20
and you pick the
plus
better one.
2d20 plus 5.
Oh,
33.
Nice. Nope,
20.
not a
20.
33, a 20 and an 18, but close. But yeah, the whole interaction goes over well, and she seems decidedly less afraid of Grint now.
Is she placated in general? Is she how is
she's
she
still pretty traumatized, but she's very pleased to interact with the boar.
she'll get over it.
She's playing
Trauma
boar with the
fades.
floor.
So seeing the child scratching Grint's belly, Vera's going to ask Casey if he has any thoughts on that whole situation. Does he know of anyone who would take the girl in?
Says that there's an orphanage in Baldur's Gate.
There's not an orphanage in Waterdeep.
Closed down.
It closed down. We
Yeah,
didn't burn it down, did we?
Really?
No, we
we've
did not.
been creating a lot of orphans. You think they need one?
Open a new one with some of that money.
Gonna look at Andala like, is that something you're gonna do with that money, or like? He said
The knights look around at each other, and there's a silent vote, and Andala says, "We could start an orphanage."
All right. Well then, girls are your responsibility. Don't kill her.
The thing is, the girl is nobility, so I'm curious as to whether or not an orphanage is the right place for her.
You're thinking a guillotine, right?
That was the original suggestion, yes.
No, your suggestion was a pike, sir.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I wonder if there may be a bright future for this young one. Presumably, she has a good education. She's
We will
nice.
watch your career with great interest.
Exactly.
I wonder if
No,
there's not a better home for her.
Greg.
I mean, I think there's some. I don't want to sound psychotic here, but I think there's some value in her being lowered to a more common stature.
Yeah,
'Cause,
Asir wisely notes that nobility has no inherent value,
exactly.
and it's not something worth being maintained.
Exactly.
The communist.
Yeah, despite
well,
this,
Vera doesn't agree with that entirely, considering she is technically nobility now.
I think
What?
like Vera's nobility, Harmonal's nobility. I don't know about Thane's
That's what I'm
situation.
saying.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
Thane is also noble.
I'm with the seer on this. He said it doesn't have an inherent value.
I get
I'm fine
yeah,
with
that guess
And
that's
also,
true. Yeah.
And also, I assume he's tacitly saying hereditary nobility, like blue-blooded nobility, not earned titles. Like,
well, let's just send her to fucking gladiator school then. Let's,
See, now we're
When
back
I
to
hear
the pike. And we're
gladiator
back to the
school,
pike.
when I hear gladiator school,
Because
I get
Casey notes that
visibly
there are
annoyed.
several gladiator schools within walking distance.
okay, I hate to be the voice of reason here, but we're not going to take the girl whose parents we killed in front of her and teach her how to kill people. This is a bad idea.
That is
This
a very
This is how you
Ragdoll
create.
City.
That's a historically bad.
This is
idea.
That's how you
Ragdoll
create
City all
Mexican
over
Joker.
again.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. Like,
I don't know. It'd make a great podcast.
Yeah.
Serial.
I mean, I've seen
Serial-
there's a lot of movies about person
Thane,
whose parents are killed, gets trained to
stop.
kill.
farming podcast ideas.
It is a Mexican Joker situation. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what they did with me. I mean, they made me a gladiator, and I'm killing all of them now.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Oh, that is true. That's why you suggested that. Yeah. That makes
I
sense.
didn't suggest it.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
What
But
do you-
it just fits with your backstory. It makes sense for Varys to have suggested. You know.
No,
Joe
I would
saying.
be the exact opposite.
I know,
of,
but you'd be like, well, just send her to gladiator school like me. You know, as a point. You know.
No, no.
At any rate,
So,
it is decided she'll stay here and they'll open an orphanage. I'm good with that.
keep an eye on her, though.
Yeah.
I'll keep
Make sure
an
she
eye.
doesn't try to. Make sure she doesn't do black magic like her mom. And then I'm gonna telepathically say to Andala, and you've only got the one eye. So
Yeah. But Casey's going to respond with 2 eyes as often as I can.
oh, are you the DM now?
I mean, he wasn't going to.
But yes, they agree to that they'll all keep an eye on her. You know, it takes a village and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Or you
To,
know.
Alrighty.
to kill it takes a village to kill a kid's family and raise her.
Oh my god. Oh jeez. All right, so
Vander,
are we gonna?
however, agrees to that he says that he is willing to go to Nightstone.
Who?
He's
Fuck,
willing to
Evander's still here.
He's willing to put Waterdeep behind him as well. He's had about enough of
Good.
the goddamned,
Good idea.
this
Who?
shithole.
Who?
Evander.
Evander.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
Evander wants to come with.
Evander, he can be our commander. We need a
Evander
commander.
the commander.
We're gonna officially give him the title of Evander the Commander.
Yeah.
He's gonna be Evander the Commander. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
When he says he wants to come with us, Vera is going to ask him. She's going to say, "Actually, you know what, Evander? We've been having some trouble with finding a good leader for our town's guards. Would you be willing to be the commander of Nightstone?"
Because Tarath is a
He
is
thinks
a
about
mad
it for a
woman.
minute, and then he agrees. He says, "I could be the commander.
Yeah,
I could be
And-
Evander the commander."
Yes.
Vera
Because
was,
Tarath is a mad,
you know,
bad wench.
Isn't Galen in charge right now, technically,
Technically,
No,
yes.
he can be
and
the second.
doing phenomenally?
Yeah, but he could be the second. This is an
Yeah,
experienced.
And there is
walk-on.
Taratha, who is a mad wench.
But Vera will do one of those strong, wrist handshakes with Evander, be like welcome
Yeah.
to the administration of Nightstone, Evander the
Nice.
commander.
Yeah, he'll clasp your arm back,
Yes.
and he asks, "So when are we setting out?"
No time like the present.
All right, it's about 1:30 p.m. The
Although-
knights and everybody all say goodbye.
It would probably make sense for us. I guess we can get a little bit. We can start on our way and then rest on the road. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some road under the foot first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
The
for
older when he's saying goodbye to you, he says that he mentioned that him and his boys are going to go back to being Valabars, but that they're going to be keeping a close eye on the judges. Wink, wink.
Yes. Indeed. And though we have no wish to see this city again soon, if anything, if they require help, they know where we are.
He
And we'll be back.
he assures you that you guys will be the first ones that he contacts should something go amiss again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then we'll remind him anyway that we'll see him next week. Because
Yeah.
6 days.
Yep.
And can we ask him? I'm just gonna basically ask him like if he could lobby, kind of on behalf from his position for the field free ward, and for the knights in particular and their efforts.
He says that he'll definitely be keeping an eye out for all the little people. He's learned his lesson, and he won't stand idly by again.
I mean, you
The
don't have to
little
worry
people.
about
You talking about
They can
Thane?
live with us.
Oh man.
Well, he's a paladin,
Yeah, well-
so basically, he,
Yeah.
it's like how cops call people civilians.
Yeah. God.
It's like anybody who's not a paladin is the little people.
Ah.
When
So
you
then
take
what
an
the
oath
fuck
to
am I?
protect, you gotta, everybody's your kid.
I see.
What is a fallen paladin to him then?
I don't know, man. You're fucked, though. I'll tell you that much.
Is it a cop that accidentally shot a kid, but it was like
you're just the Punisher.
administrative leave, shoveled him to a different department. Oh man,
good
the
times.
truth hurts.
Good times.
And just for Thane's reference, the Evander the Commander thing, Evander was the sergeant when he hired us in session 1 before he got arrested under false pretenses. And every time we met with him, we kept calling him Evander the Commander, and he'd be like, "Guys, why do you keep calling me that? I'm just a sergeant. That's not even like a title."
It's not even a rank. That's not even a rank I could be.
And we made him look like an asshole because now he is a commander.
Yep.
Yep.
See, we make the rules in Nightstone. We can make our own fucking hierarchy. It doesn't matter. There's no rules.
All right. So,
is there any other gear here we have laying about? We picked up our booze.
We should bring extra. Thane's gonna drink it all.
Harmonal's got the cash money.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I was pumped about the jet fuel.
It is literally like as pure ethyl alcohol as you can get in a medieval setting.
Yeah.
Which is
you mean methyl alcohol, I assume.
I mean, it will kill you. Like you will die.
You're gonna die.
That's what moonshine is methyl alcohol.
Well,
you got to get that methylene off. That's the point. Is that you don't want the methylene, right?
Yeah.
No, the point is, I mean,
You don't want the methanol because you will die.
Yeah. Well, okay, so you guys are gonna head out.
I guess.
Sounds about it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Nothing else. Right?
Goodbyes have been said.
The Knights are going to be in charge here, basically. Casey's hanging out here. Is there anything we need to do before we go? With like the magistrates, or they're all good?
They're good for another 6 days if you want to
We got
show
our
up,
gear.
unless you want to skip being guests of honor.
Who all has horses? Because like.
Oh yeah, so
Harmon
the carriage is back. Yeah.
Harmon had good horses.
And a horse with the carriage to pull it. And
Thane just writes grunt.
He could. He
Harmon
technically
had both
could he?
So the brothers have a horse. Everybody has a horse.
A horse for the brothers.
There's a horse. Everybody has a horse.
Because things shifted. So it's like, I took 6 mounts when I left the palace, right? Right.
I mean, there's enough. I think you guys bought horses, right? When you left the palace, you like ran those through the streets, right?
Well, no, because we had horses, but we took them with us when we went to the palace.
Oh yeah, but you got your carriage back though. You left with the carriage.
Yeah, I left the carriage and I think 6 horses.
Everybody has their horses. So there's the 3 for the brothers Finderwell. You have 1. Varys has 1.
That's what I'm saying, like, because you're looking at what we had, but what we had was taken, like, sorry, because I fled.
Are you saying you got extra ones?
Captured, and I think I took 6 with me, so we have 6 then. Because we wouldn't have. It doesn't matter how many we had bought. What matters is how many I got out with.
Well, you got out with all of them.
No, because I like some of the animal handling rolls were not that good, so some of them cleaved off. Like I left the stable with all of them, but I only came back to
You call it the stampede, though. You were. I think the animal handling was you controlling the stampede, right?
No, it was seeing how many I could like keep with me, basically.
Okay, well,
And
6 I think is enough horses for everybody.
Okay, but I'm just checking so we know. So like I
6
have a
works,
horse.
I think. It should be on your sheet though, somewhere if you have a horse, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have the 1, I guess. Like I have my horse, but I didn't.
And then
I can't remember how many we got.
sheet.
Let's just say 6 then. I mean,
And
we
then
can
there's
check.
1 that Alaric has, and then there's that's 6.
So then I'm on 1. Each brother Finderwell is on 1.
So you have 5 with you because Alaric took 1 of them to Nightstone, right?
Okay, so we have 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I guess Evander and can ride in the carriage with me then. And then if Thane's really going to ride Grint, then that's everyone. Then everyone's covered. I just want to make sure that we have enough mounts.
Yeah, he can ride Grant as a mount. I'll allow it. Outside of combat.
Cool. So then where we're at then is that I have a horse, Harmonal has a horse, each brother Finderwell has a horse, and Varys has a horse. Whether or not you bought one is besides the point at this point. But each of you has a horse, so put it in your inventory.
Yep. Everybody's got a horse. So you guys head out. You have been behorsed.
Behorsed, yes.
Behorse. Of course. Or I guess it's probably technically like you go around the side. Anyway.
As we're riding, I'm gonna wave Harmonil over to like ride next to the carriage, and I'm gonna chat with him about the whole loot situation. So like how much are the platinum bars worth? Does he think? Did you write down how heavy they are?
They are the standard metric of a platinum bar. Like this, it's a standard trade bar.
But what is that like?
They're 5 pounds each.
5 pounds, and a pound of platinum is what? A pound of gold was what, 100 or something like that? How much was a pound of gold?
Platinum is 500 golds a pound per pound.
In 3.5, 1 pound of platinum is 500
we're not doing
GP.
3.5. Like I just said, it's 500 gold per pound.
Okay.
It's the same as the 3.5 then.
Okay.
Right, but we're not doing 3.5. Say it! Say 3.5 sucks!
Okay.
5 is sucks.
1.5 big gay.
Boo! Okay, so it'll take you guys, since you have a carriage and everything, about a day to get there.
So how much is that though then? Mark, can you edit your post? So 2 platinum bars, and then just like write like equals 1,000 GP then, right? You said, yeah. So it's another 1,000 GP then.
Oh, we should give the mithril breastplate, I forgot to say this, to Thanes, that he no longer has any sort of issues being sneaky boy.
Stealth boy.
Sneaky boy.
Sneak stealth boy. Stealth sneak.
So, yeah. If that is I've done no research on that. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Do I just change it?
Yeah, change it to a mithril breastplate on your sheet if everybody is okay with that, and I believe
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah. What did you have?
Scale mill?
Hail mail.
Do you want to keep your scale mail, or do you want to toss it in the wagon?
Probably toss it.
Toss
Okay.
the scale
And I'm
mail.
going to add it to the wagon.
So the platinum bars are worth together a lot of money. 5,000 gold, the 2 pounds together.
Shit.
So, let's see. So, after about 12 hours, well, how long do you guys want to travel before you
Wait,
rest?
Tara, did you say it's 500 GP per pound?
Yep,
Per pound.
Oh,
So,
shit.
it's platinum.
Oh, okay.
So the thing with the mithril breastplate, what does it weigh again? It weighs like 1/2 or something what normal breastplate
Yes.
weighs.
weighs what, half of whatever of a normal breastplate.
And you don't have a disadvantage on
It
stealth.
should be reflected on the sheet automatically, but yes.
Well, I can't. I don't know where to find it.
So if you go to the top of your sheet, you
Yeah.
see where your armor is.
Yeah, it just doesn't have mithril on there.
Yeah, so he just has to put in as breastplate,
That's
and
what
then
I
on
did.
the bottom put in breastplate in your inventory.
Okay.
Remove your scale mail, and then make the breastplate weigh 10 instead of 20 pounds.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Done.
so
Yeah, because it weighs half.
how long do you
It's
guys
not-
want
it's
to
not on the
travel in
sheet.
one day?
I mean, we'll just maybe like to like the river or something like that. Will make
Yeah.
sense. And then we can.
Which river? Because this one is like full of trash.
Yeah, that one.
You might
I-
want to rest on the other side. This one's full of trash and robbers and bandits.
Yeah, we could go to the other side, but I think it's appropriate that as we're crossing the river filled with trash.
The river's
I'm
not
gonna-
filled with trash. The area on the other side is filled with trash because the sewers and all the trash in Waterdeep is magically transported to like a pile outside of the city, which is here.
Yeah, but I'm guessing that the river's kind of gross then, right?
The river
Like,
might be gross, but it all flows out into the ocean, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
but that's appropriate. So when we're crossing the gross river, Vera is going to give Harmonil a look and give a nod, like you could. Now's the time to do it.
Do what?
God damn it! I was hoping
The
you'd
heads.
the heads. Come on, man.
Okay, I'm just tossing them then.
Yeah, the river that is like running with refuse. That's where we dump the heads of the Inquisitors. This is the best place to dump it.
Just dump them there.
Yeah, so we drop the heads, and as they splash in the water, Vera's gonna go spit over the edge of the bridge
Nice.
after them.
I'm gonna spit up like my black tar that's in my body at them.
Oh, nice. Is it flammable, that tar?
I don't know. It's just like my insides.
It's just
The guards on the bridge look at you suspiciously, but they don't do anything. They don't seem to.
Oh, there's guards on the bridge?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah, we ran into them last time.
yeah.
I did not know there were guards on
It's
the
a
bridge.
huge bridge. Yeah,
We're
it's
just
like a
dropping
magically
heads
created
off the
bridge. There's like multiple guard towers and watchtowers. Yeah,
I knew there were guard towers because it was an issue the first time we crossed it.
yeah.
Well,
But they seem used to people dumping trash into the ocean, so they don't think much of it.
Very good. I
So,
did not know there were guard towers.
When you get to the other side, I guess, let's make a survival check for.
Yeah.
Who's making the survival check?
I guess everybody can look for a place to rest if they want.
I don't know. I mean, who's familiar with the area?
No one.
I guess we.
I think we've rested in this very spot before.
Yeah.
10 on my survival check.
4.
I'll do one too.
Thane, do you want to do one?
Sorry guys, I was.
There we go.
He was just jacking off.
Yeah, exactly.
So I got 15.
So what are we doing?
Do you want to do a
Rest?
survival
Oh,
check
what
to
is
find a
it?
place to rest for the night?
So I need a long rest personally.
Yeah, we're about. You guys are about to take one, I believe. It's the idea.
Okay. Yep. All right.
So just do a survival check to see if you find a good place.
I've got a
First
good place.
post up.
So where are we? Because I have some terrain.
Oh yeah, you got terrain
Yeah, you're in the
stuff.
grasslands, like hilly grasslands outside of Waterdeep. You've just passed the trashy grasslands.
trash
Is it-
grasslands. Trashlands.
Is
Yes,
it
the
forest?
trashlands. Thank you.
So not
So
forest.
he could always recall general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around him. So has he ever been in this area before?
I'd say probably, right? This is how you'd have probably
Almost-
gotten here.
Almost certainly, yes.
So can he roll with advantage if he's gonna roll survival? Or
Well, it
does he
says
even
it
need
just
to roll?
remembers. So
Yeah.
you just remember there's like a nice little circle of trees with like a clearing in the middle. That's perfect for a carriage to be nestled just off the road.
Yeah.
So you guys get there around 11 p.m. and set up for the night.
Nice.
Mm.
And Evander is with us, correct?
Evander is with you, yes.
Cool.
So, let's
I'm just gonna chill there because I don't need to sleep, but I still need to take my 8 hours of whatever it is that we do.
you guys are safe.
Well, we're taking a little break. I'm gonna actually take a little break and go tinkle.
Wow.
That's what.
Fucking piss boy.
We take a 2 minute. Take 2.
Okay.
All right, so I get all my shit back.
Yep, everybody gets their shit back.
All right, so all your spell slots, Thane, you get those
Yep.
back.
Yep.
Anything you have on page 1 that says recovers on a long or short rest, back to normal, and you're back at your max HP.
Oh,
All right,
not older. Evander mentions how nice it is to be outside of Waterdeep finally. He said
Fuck
that he
this
thought about
shithole.
going up to Neverwinter to see his family, but he heard.
Oh, really?
that
I heard you were
that
there.
there wasn't that nobody had heard word from there in a while.
Yeah. Doesn't be Neverwinter. It's a human town after all.
you guys are real racist, huh?
Based.
Yeah, this guy's not so great, is he? I
Yeah,
mean,
you gotta chill, bro.
it is. You
So,
know,
Evander, old friend, how's your family doing?
How's your family doing?
haven't seen him in months. He tells you. Haven't heard from him in months. They're up in Neverwinter.
Ah, shit.
How's your family
Yeah,
doing?
you.
Have you heard from your parents recently, Harmonil?
They are dead.
I know,
How does Evander know that?
because you guys were friends. And I assume that Harmonil is the kind of person that tells everybody his backstory.
Not really.
Okay, so you didn't. So that when there was a girl that was a bit cocky, and you were like, "I'm the prince of blah blah blah," and she's
Yeah,
like,
but I didn't say that the parents were dead and everything with the demon and shit.
Yeah, but I think you were friends with him. I think you would have told him that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily how they died, but that they were dead.
Yeah,
What's
and
going
they're in the halls of waiting, to be more
Evander's
precise.
being quippy.
Uh,
Yeah.
They're in the halls of waiting.
Trying to figure out what spells I should switch out.
But yeah, so Keela, you can restore all your stuff to full.
yeah, yeah, I did. I'm also going to, as we take our rest, I'm going to realign my season, I think.
Ooh.
I'm going to align myself with spring,
Classy.
so I can step other people if I want to. Yeah. No, I'm gonna allow myself with autumn. I've never used that. I don't think gives me that ability to charm people. What does charm even do?
Charm. I believe that you're talking about the spell, right?
Yeah, it's
The condition.
Well, it puts you under the condition, but you attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom save throw and does so with advantage. If you or your companions are fighting it, blah blah blah, it is charmed by you. So it puts them under the charmed condition. Yeah, a charmed creature can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. The charmer has advantage on any ability checks to interact socially with the creature. So basically, like, it'll give you advantage on like persuasion, deception, insight.
interesting.
Yeah, it's potentially quite useful.
Kind of a good combat.
But they
they
know that you have done it.
Yeah.
When the spell ends,
Yeah,
the
didn't you
creature
use
knows it
that?
was charmed by you.
You used that at the docks on the guy,
I used it
remember?
at the
You did,
docks,
yes.
Yeah. It's the only time I've used it. I used it once at the docks, and that's it.
And it was pretty good, and then you guys ended up having to kill that guy.
Yeah, that was rough. I think that was the guy who like I really tried my hardest, right?
You
And he
did.
was
You
like,
tried
"Oh."
so hard.
And he was like, no, I'm gonna fight you now. I'm like, God damn it, Ed. Like,
Stop being so good at your job, guy.
yeah,
Know when to give up.
seriously.
In terms of my spells right now, I'm just thinking stick with. I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna go bless, command, cure wounds, shield of faith, aid, and prayer of healing. Stick with that. I don't know.
It's what you want. It's what you want. These are your spells.
Entirely.
Since
Deal.
I'm only gonna need 4 hours anyway, can I? Well, they're like setting up fire and stuff like that. Can I go try to hunt up some game for dinners?
For dinners, yeah. Make
dinner.
a give me some survival.
Possibly also for breakfast.
You know, Thane can just kind of do that too. He just do it
Yeah.
on a roll.
So that's what I was going to say. I mean, I can also just like.
I mean, or we can skewer the bow and have some nice pork meat.
Oh
I
my
have
god.
I have beast sense, so I can just like send him out and find shit, and then we can, you know.
You can also find shit though.
So you guys can compete to see who does better. Then
I rolled
I-
18.
I'm not going to compete with Vera. That's not a thing I want to do. So.
it's not
You
a
can
winning.
also-
I mean, you'd probably win.
You can also
No,
go.
I mean, I know I would win. I know I
I'm
would
allergic to
win.
danger even when doing something else.
There's
What's
no
your favorite
harm in,
terrain?
like, us
Oh,
having
mountain and
dinner.
forest. Okay, so you're not in the forest and mountain.
There's no harm in having like dinner and breakfast already sorted out. So
I mean, that's true, I suppose.
like if you have like a way that you can just like have food be provided, do that.
So I can actually, so I can conjure food. I forget where it is. So I can get food and water for the party.
Oh,
Where is it?
I don't want to be insulting or anything like that, but Vera doesn't eat conjured food.
That's a well-known and well-developed backstory.
I don't think he's saying he
characteristic.
I don't think he actually conjures food. He can just find it pretty much automatically. He's
Okay.
just that good.
Well, listen, in a world where you can conjure food, maybe don't use conjure in that sense. You know, unless you want people to like misunderstand you.
Pardon my verbiage. Let me.
Where does it say that you can do that? Oh, I can find food
It's
and fresh
under
water for
Wanderer,
myself and
yep.
up to 5 other people
In
each
addition,
day.
I can find
background.
food and fresh water
Yeah.
for myself, 5 other people each day, provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth. So
Yeah, so you were able to do that, and Vera, when she goes out, she stumbles upon a sleeping doe, and is able to just tap it in the back of the head from close range with her.
That's no. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's not how you kill a doe.
Oh yeah,
You don't shoot them in the head. You shoot them in that spot at the base of their neck that like goes through their heart and lungs.
the
Come on.
heart head, the heart spot, the heart head spot, the head.
The
on
heart
spot.
head. You know, on the back of the head.
They call
heart
that the
spot.
head. Yeah. So you shoot it there, and its children scatter from around it, and
What?
yeah,
Why?
just because, you know.
Why would you think that I would not get the children too?
Okay, all right. So you managed, because you have 2 hand crossbows. You managed to clip
Exactly.
another one of the. You managed to clip a kid, so you got a doe and a kid.
There we go.
Yeah, nice.
Wait, a kid, like a human kid or
A
a goat
human
kid?
child, yes. There's a whole. It's a child being raised by a deer situation. You know, like a reverse Mowgli.
Dogly. We're gonna call it Dogly.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But yeah, so that's probably enough food for, you know, the group for a day, for like a day each.
Cool. Well, that's our rations sorted. So
You guys, after doing that, you know, everybody is awake around
Elves don't
around like
sleep.
7 a.m. That's when they
Bear in mind, I don't eat.
You don't eat, and then Thane eats very much. Varys doesn't need to sleep. So basically, everybody's just waiting around for Thane to wake up.
Fucking dwarves.
I was shithouse the day before, so
Well, not yes, but then like Varys doesn't need to sleep. The elves only need to trance for 4 hours, whereas you need a full like 7.
8 hours. Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Well, it's you have to sleep for 7 hours, but it has to be an 8. It's like an 8-hour rest, so you can do something for like an hour there.
That's not stressful, physically and
So
mentally.
7 to 8 hours of sleep versus their 4. So yeah, they're,
I don't
they're
need to
basically
sleep,
waiting
but
around
I
for you
still-
for 3 hours.
I don't need to sleep, but I still do need the full 6 hours and then 2 hours of light activity.
Yes, correct.
So
You're just jacking
I'm
off,
still holding
although
us
not
up.
heavily.
There's no blood flow to my dick, so I can't jack
Oh,
off.
that's true. Yeah. You
Why do you think I became so angry?
You guys arrive at Nightstone around noon, and there's a trumpet that sounds as you guys approach the city. Reading photos.
The Lords of Nightstone have returned.
The Lady of Nightstone, you mean, and her lackeys?
And the Sir of Nightstone, I was also knighted, you scrub.
sure he was. You weren't because you were dead at the time.
So,
Are we technically all Knights of Nightstone in your service now?
Well, no,
I don't think you guys. I don't. She definitely didn't technically knight you, so no.
No, you were dead.
We have
Yeah,
rushed
you were
to
dead.
Daggerford, so we can't hand out royal titles.
And technically, Harmonil is like a knight of Daggerford.
Yeah.
So,
Whatever.
He's in the service of the Duchess.
yeah.
So, whether or not he serves
As
her-
you're approaching the city, though, the first thing you notice is that there's an abandoned, well, not so it's like the outline of like a siege camp, like a mile outside of the city. It's just like a few tents and then like the outline of fortifications and where wagons were sitting for a few days. And then as you approach the city itself, there's
Can we
like
investigate the camp
Yeah.
situation?
sure.
Okay. What do we find anything out there? Is there
Give
like
me
any
some
like
investigation.
ooh?
I have significant investigation.
What are you,
Well,
a cop?
investigate.
You an
Significant.
ex-cop?
I get +6.
Nice.
I'm not even gonna bother looking because I know I can't roll as high as him.
Wow, that's not a great roll there, Kilo.
What did I find? What did I find?
You don't find much. You find a cup. Oh, that's not great either.
I look with Vara, and we both don't find anything.
So
in
you guys find a
unison.
couple torn tents that have been left
14.
behind.
Ooh.
Harmon will notice is like the outline of the camp. There's clearly like enough wagons for a sizable group of people, like 100. He sees like all of the outlines of where the tents were still.
It was Thane Dog rolling or what?
Yeah, Thane, are you gonna roll?
So what do I get if my? So is it
It's
1d20
plus 6. 1d20 plus
It's
6.
you're rolling investigation, so it's 1d20 plus 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, what you're
That's
always
not
doing
great
is
either. Yeah, you don't notice much else either, more than
Oh,
Vera does.
But what does Homino see? Oh, you said he sees the outline.
And so you think that there are probably somewhere between like 50 to 100 people here at some point recently within the past week.
What the fuck?
Barrett's going to load both of her crossbows and then get back into the driver's seat of the carriage and start slowly pushing onward. Weapons at the ready.
All right. So as you approach the town, right outside, probably about like right here, there's a large crater and the remnants of a wooden vehicle there,
What?
and then there's like the mostly destroyed bodies of about 100 people there, melted
Gee,
What the
and
fuck?
crushed.
What the fuck?
You guys literally know what happened.
Yeah, but in game we don't know.
Yeah, and
No, but in game you know because you asked Alaric what happened.
Yeah, but we don't know that they were killed by a dragon.
you know
No,
who
I mean, he
Anrak-Harak
told-
is, didn't he say Anrak-Harak?
Yes.
Also, there's a sense in which, like, you know, someone could say there was a fight, the dragon came and helped us.
Yeah.
That does not convey a giant vehicle and smashed, burnt bodies melted together in a pit.
All right, that's valid.
But yeah,
Like,
So-
the crater's
Question.
crater's big enough for like a pretty big sized collision, and it's just at the center of all of the corpses and destruction.
shit.
Can we go up to the gate and send Grant in to investigate? I can just cast Beast Sense and send him in and see
Well,
what's going on.
you can, as you guys approach, you hear the sound of a horn from the gate, and you see people in at the entrance. The two towers at the entrance here have been destroyed.
Isengard and Barad-dûr. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. The two towers at the entrance have been destroyed by what looks like a
Ortag and Barad-dûr here.
catapult.
Shit.
But the gate is lowering as they see the familiar carriage approaching.
Well, this is unfortunate.
It's not what you want.
Waterdeep owes us
What
some
the hell?
money. Whoa! You put my keep back together.
No,
This keep isn't made out of Legos, you fuck.
you piece of shit.
Waterdeep owes us some money.
When you tell me that trumpet sound, I'm just picturing, for some reason, I'm hearing the John Cena trumpets. Like, as we pull up, you just hear.
Okay, so I need to put.
Hey, Car, you like law stuff. How do torts work for when there's a change of regime in between? Can we file a tort case
Well, it
against?
depends. I guess it depends on the new regime, right? Sometimes they respect them, and sometimes they don't. You know.
I mean, I feel like the new regime ought to respect that. If we're like, hey, while we were helping you, your previous guy
Whoa.
burned down our town, dicks.
Well, it's definitely a reason to show up
Wait.
at the what do you call it?
I mean, we
That's
can try and
true.
ask for compensation.
The
That's
Not sure what
true.
we're going to get.
I mean, it doesn't have to be compensation. Just rebuild the goddamn towers, you assholes. Also,
Yeah.
we gotta know if anyone died, because if so, we're gonna need some money for families and stuff.
Yeah.
Vera is compiling a list of grievances.
She's
in
already
her
got like
head.
a notebook out.
Yeah, a yellow legal pad.
Yeah, a yellow legal pad, exactly.
Exactly.
Alright.
So wasn't there just that I forget? Wasn't there some mention of some name change for Nightstone? Trying to remember exactly
No.
what it was.
The Thanehold, I believe, was the
I-
first pitch.
I think we made a joke at one point about changing it from Nightstone with an N to Nightstone with a K.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Not that anybody would
But
know
other
the
than that-
difference.
And-
But yeah, so Galen is standing out front, and he welcomes you guys back. He salutes, and he seems relieved.
Vera's gonna return the salute and then just kind of like gesture with her arms like to like left and right of him at the broken towers. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he hold on. I forgot about old Al.
Oh,
Alric
no,
up
not
front
this,
as well.
not this cripple.
Where is
yeah.
Tabata?
And Doratha's inside on her horse as usual, overseeing things. You can see behind them. And
Very cool.
but yeah, Galen explains that a large group of men from Waterdeep, presumably, since they're wearing the Waterdeep uniform, had set up a siege camp outside and moved to attack. But at the last minute, as the Laddermen were rushing the walls, the great dragon Anrak-Harak, Devourer of Worlds, came from the sky like a giant green comet and destroyed the entire group and saved
green?
Alric.
Is he green?
Yes.
Huh. For some reason, I thought he was like black and copper and gold.
You think
Alaric
you
is going
thought
to
he'd be a
point
different
out.
color than a green dragon?
No, I imagine he'd be like a more regal color. Green is just
Well,
so.
they all of the chromatic
It's
dragons
like different
have
races,
different personalities based off of their color.
Oh, that's
Alaric is going to point out that a green dragon being in their debt is not exactly a great situation to be in.
What does
You
he
mean-
want from us?
The other way around, I believe you meant.
Green dragon, right? Not. I mean, 'cause a green dragon being in my debt sounds like an awesome situation.
Yes, I think I believe you meant that the other way around.
Well, oh yeah, he's saying like being indebted
Yes.
to a green dragon is not great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a damn sight better than you all being dead, Alric.
Well, that's true. I mean, I thanked him. We Lady Ilsinane, it is great to see you.
You will so.
Yeah, the kobolds, Alaric noted, seemed very. He learned afterwards were very, very pleased to see the dragon in full form, and were eagerly explaining to anybody who would listen that was Ilmater, Devourer of Worlds.
Yeah, wait, were they explaining that? Because
Well, at the time during the siege, Alaric learned later, that they were telling anybody who would listen that was Ilmater and Anrak-Harak.
So I will ask Alaric. So you said embedded. What does he want from us? The dragon.
Well, Alaric's gonna just briefly explain that he was riding back along. He was gonna enforce your will, and he's gonna like kneel down. And as he does, his knees give out and he can't get up. But he's gonna explain that he found the siege camp. He started to sabotage their water supply and their animals and stuff. He was basically on his way out, and they detected him and they chased him through the forest, and his old man body just couldn't keep up, and they took him hostage. There was a dragonborn general that tortured him.
Dragon Ball's fucking dirty race.
And they interrogated him, and then they took him, and they were gonna make him watch them destroy his town while he couldn't break out of his chains. And then Anrak-Harak came and killed them all. And he's gonna repeat, what was the quote again? You saved something of mine. Now I have saved you one thing of yours, something like that.
I get
Do we have the exact quote?
Hold on. Yeah, let me pull it up. Not long ago, you returned one of my possessions to me. As such, I took it upon myself magnanimously to save one of yours.
And
then
he also,
said,
as he left,
when you visit, you will bring a gift.
That's fair.
I mean, that's pretty valid.
Yeah.
But
what do we return to him?
He's
the kobolds, probably.
The kobold that you saved from who you thought was the Nilbog when I mentioned it to you.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's the situation we find ourselves in. We might be indebted to ancient green dragon. I mean, it's not a great situation to be in, just because.
I mean,
So what does he want? I asked you that.
Alric, we've been indebted to worse than that.
What kind of a gift?
That's all he said, a gift.
I mean,
So the kind
it's
of gift would depend on the sort of dragon.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a red dragon, that would be simply money.
a gift befitting the great devourer of worlds.
Money would just be too easy, That's why it's not a red dragon.
I say we
Yeah.
breed. You know, we got a whole goose breeding thing. I think that we could bring him some geese.
Well, can Alaric, because he's wise, can Alaric roll
give me some animal handling.
Well, I was gonna say a history check.
Or history, yeah, history.
To see if he knows what a green dragon likes. Oh, he has no intelligence though. Fuck. So he doesn't get a modifier.
History, Arcana, animal handling.
Yeah, he gets a 0 in all those. He's not very intelligent. He's just wise. He
Yeah.
gets an 8, so he doesn't know, I assume, what green dragons like.
No.
Well, Vera's family were hunters across all the astral planes, so
You have
she's
a good
gonna
chance
see.
of knowing. Yeah, you can make this one of those similar checks if you'd like.
Yeah, so she's gonna try to recall what she knows about these kinds of things. Would you say animal handling, Arcana?
Animal handling or Arcana or history.
Does you can roll animal handling to know what a dragon likes?
I mean, animal handling was like knowledge of animals, right?
But dragons are magical beasts and not animals per se.
Yeah, 15.
When in a world where so many beasts are magical, I think it makes sense for them to just be considered animals as well. Like a unicorn is an animal. It's magical, but it's an animal. So 15. Yeah, you know a little bit about green dragons. You know a little bit about most. You know a cursory amount about all of the chromatic dragons. You know that typically green dragons are a bit malicious. They love secrets and mischief and intrigue, but they're also cordial and diplomatic.
And what does Hamilton know from what he studies Nevermeet?
Say that again.
And what would Hamilton know from his studies of law in Nevermeet of Great Worms?
You would know what. It just depends on what you roll, but you probably would
History.
have studied them specifically.
I mean, the green dragon that
That advantage,
has some good music and good people and good ale. That's all I need to know.
Well, and so
Does Hamilton know anything
Harmon
more?
and Vera also know that each type of dragon values something different, and the green dragon values territory and people the most.
People in
So
what
he wants slaves.
Well,
like as a stack or as a company?
they so instead of like gold, they'd like to have like an important poet, in their possession.
Okay, so it's company.
So he wants Maglor, basically.
Yeah.
The ability to control and I mean, obviously they like material wealth too.
Yeah.
I don't like the
they
sound
like
of
priceless
that.
art, unique,
Ooh.
Hamilton
specifically
paint.
like special, like a specific somebody who could sing, like the only person who could sing a specific song would be great.
I have an idea.
Armio can make him a portrait of
Yeah,
him.
Hamilton could make
saving-
him like an overly heroic version of him saving Nightstone.
Like the ideal thing would
To
be
fit his ego.
a famous wizard for him to own. That's like the best present for a green dragon. In an
Yeah,
ideal
we're not
world,
getting
would be
there,
like
but-
to give them like a really powerful wizard.
No, I like the painting idea. Hamilton can slow his skills.
So what were you rolling for, Thane?
Animal handling.
Yeah, you don't know much about green dragons except their color.
So, counter offer. If we don't have so you said he'd like to have like a powerful wizard. How would he feel about a learned demonologist?
Oh,
I mean,
God.
that's probably that's pretty high up there, probably. Yeah. I mean, that's the same school of
But
thing.
we need to remind to send us to the abyss, so we can't do that just yet.
It's just a
I am against slavery on principle, but that might be the one exception.
Well, so how would he feel about this?
Hamil paints him.
Thane carries with him a scale of a dragon that he slew years ago.
Ooh.
And
When
I'm
did you kill a
unsure
dragon?
as to whether or not that would,
That's got
As-
an equal chance of being like an interesting novelty and being like an affront, you know?
Yeah. I think from what I know about Anrak Harak from these kobolds, I think he would find the scale of another dragon who is slain to be very, very intriguing and also kind of a turn on.
When did Thane kill a dragon?
What kind of dragon was it? Was it like
No,
a
you
young one,
necessarily
like
have
a
to
little
kill a
baby?
dragon to get a dragon
No, this was-
scale.
This
Because
was
he said slay.
so it was a black dragon, and I mean it was probably 40 years ago. Grant was involved. I don't want to get into it, but
Well, I mean, to be fair, we met Thane. He was like level 9 with us, so like him having been part of killing a
There's
dragon
various
kind of makes
ages
sense.
of black dragon too. You could have killed
Like
like a
a
child,
Wembley-
you know,
a Wembley,
on the
yeah.
low end, you know.
no, I mean it's considered to be it's a trophy, so it was a significant
Yeah.
dragon.
Yeah, also Handel can still do his painting thing, like paint Anrak Harak in a overly heroic way.
Just before we go on, I would really appreciate if we could, stop being offensive and start saying African American dragon at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I can use the N-word after the Cleopatra show.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and that he's a dragon of color.
I think he was more the kind of dragon that you were describing, Nate. The black, copper, and gold.
Ah, very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is like a young black dragon. They got
Yeah.
they got a golden underbelly kinda.
And I mean, it would be significant to part with it because Thane has carried it for all these years. But
Where was this dragon that Thane killed?
I believe,
this was
I believe black dragons are on the smaller end of the scale as well from that diagram.
Yeah, no, I mean, this was not. Again, it was Thane and Grant. It was not exactly. You can
We
imagine
got
there
a
was.
dragon slayer on our side now. That might come in handy if we have to kill Anrak Harak.
I
Or-
bring a gift. Death.
The Falls of Mordor.
I mean, this was
Um,
fun, right? So, I mean, the whole point was that, he exited the mountain after his family was killed, right? And then, he was essentially living off the land for about 20 years. During that time, he encountered this dragon, and that's where
And
he got
he
it.
fucked it. He fucked it to death.
He fucked to death. Grant was also there.
Okay.
Can Varys roll history? Because to know if there's any sort of animosity between black and green dragons specifically.
Sure.
I get an 8.
He does not know much.
Damn. I mean,
But I mean,
But let Hamdi paint.
it's general knowledge though that green dragons are more solitary than other dragons. They definitely don't. They don't like other dragons, especially like other like. Sorry, they don't like other dragons, even like other green dragons.
cool. They probably like it, right?
And Hamdi can still do a painting, a wet-on-wet painting.
So Harmonill can create a painting.
Yes, wet-on-wet.
Or a wet on wet. I'll give you wet on wet.
Boo.
Thane can give him this dragon scale. Oh, I'm sorry. During that rest, could I have examined Vittorio Castellanter's rod? I forgot that.
Yes.
What do I find out about Vittorio Castellanter's rod?
It is a rod of rulership.
What does that do?
You can use an action to present the rod and command obedience from each creature of your choice that you can see within 120 feet of you. Each target must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for 8 hours. While charmed in this way, the creature regards you as its trusted leader. If harmed by you or your companions or commanded to do something contrary to its nature, a target ceases to be charmed in this way. The rod can't be used again until the next dawn.
How does that work?
Pretty
on
fucking good.
And you have to attune to it. I mean, you can try it on a dragon. Yeah, there's nothing. It's a creature, and dragons are creatures, so.
I mean, for 8 hours though, that's
I think that's a good idea.
yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea because afterwards that'll be an issue.
Look, you get 8 happy hours with the dragon, and then the rest of your life is him trying to fucking kill you. So, you know.
And he was an ancient green dragon, correct?
It was hard to discern an age, but he was very, very large.
He was a big boy.
Yes.
I don't like the idea of pissing off this dragon yet. So who wants the rod of rulership?
Green dragons are some of the larger of the dragons, especially because they have extra tall legs. So.
Who wants the rod of rulership? Who wants it?
I think it's more fitting for Vara, given the character and everything.
What exactly did you say it does?
Charm.
You can use an action to present the rod and command obedience from each creature of your choice that you can see within 120 feet of you. Each target must succeed on a DC 15 wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for 8 hours. While charmed in this way, the creature regards you as its trusted leader. If harmed by you or your companions, or commanded to do something contrary to its nature, a target ceases to be charmed in this way. The rod cannot be used again until the next dawn. With a D.
Oh. I will,
And it must be attuned to, so you can't switch around between it.
Okay. What's exactly it called so I can find it?
The Rod of Rulership.
Rod.
The rod of
I don't see a single rod in here. Wait, no. I can't spell. Sorry. Rod of rulership. Very cool.
We give it to Varag, right?
Yes. Vera takes it with
Nice.
Vera takes Varus's rod
Grasp it.
with an air of gratefulness and
So as you go into the
how much
town,
does the rod weigh? It didn't put a weight
you see
in.
that Rowan, quote unquote, has returned with her 2 buddy orcs.
Buddy or
You see that the geese are fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Though they seem mildly upset by the events.
Have they multiplied?
No, because it's not been long enough. I keep track though.
Okay, good. You have been looking up the mating habits.
You learn. Rowan tells you that she's back. Doesn't say much.
Well, my eyes could tell me that.
Yes.
Back again.
Yes. And then
We're
she says, "There's news. Are you ready to hear it, or do you want to
spit it out?"
What news of the front, Rowan?
So the 2 scouts died.
F.
Gasp.
Front gatehouse and accompanying towers were destroyed. 2 horses lost. They were wounded, couldn't be saved because the stables caved in due to a trebuchet attack and will need repairs. And the horses are just being kept outside for now.
Okay.
She says, kind of disappointedly, that Alaric has begun plans to put a church outside of the town.
When she says that, Vera is going to, while looking at her visibly, like really obviously, roll her eyes, but like motion for her to continue.
And she says that Fenton Chester was arrested for trying to break into the vault.
Who?
And has been locked up.
That's the sketchy kid, right?
Yes.
Who was that guy?
The sketchy
He was the one
kid
who
that was
hated
mad that
Alaric.
his dad got killed.
And where is he locked
I'd
up?
like to have a word
He's
with him.
been locked up in one of the rooms in the tower. And
Let's have
then
a...
also, hold on, the scouts have refitted one of the empty buildings into a barracks for them.
Okay, good.
and Noblemebel, the dwarf, I believe,
Noble
is
level.
finished with his work,
Noble level.
the stonework, so the castle and stuff has been completely done, and he is requesting payment, which is 4,000 gold,
Jesus Christ.
the
Fucking
prior
hell.
agreed upon sum.
Okay.
That's a shit ton of money.
There's a shit ton of money.
That's like 4 platinum. Let's go.
Yeah.
No, I forget.
But that is in the treasury, I believe, so you guys do have enough.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll pay him out of the treasury.
I think a lot of the treasury money was allocated exactly for the rebuild, so
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll pay him out of the treasury, and then we'll revisit the money.
and then we divide all our loot that we have from all these places.
I will after Vera or after Rowan finishes her report, Vera's going to ask her if she has noted these things on paper, because we have an audience back in Waterdeep, and I'm planning
Yeah,
to.
she says that she and Galen have taken to the task of running the city well. And they got a handle on things.
Okay, but she's
What
written.
about
down,
your boy Al, bro?
But yes,
But
well, because
she
you just
has
got
no-
here.
she wrote down like all of the damages and stuff like that, so that, like I have like an accounting of things.
Yes.
Okay. Does she have it on her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
she'll present you a list of the
Okay.
the damages,
Okay.
which is the
I
gatehouse
will-
and the stables. 2 horses, 2 scouts.
Yeah, I will take the list and then start going up towards where's Noble Mibble?
I don't have him on the map, but he's up at the castle.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna start going up to the castle to
Also, Hamil also needs to go to the castle to make his wet and wet masterpiece.
as we're
Something
going
about a
up.
wet.
As we're going up,
It's a
Bear's
betting
gonna
technique you scrub.
peel off to the right and go. Bear's gonna peel off to the right and chat with the Stonewards and see how the wee baby's doing. Stoneward.
Little Asil.
Dope.
Stonewards.
My bad. Yeah, they're very pleased to see you, and they say that she's getting along well. She's napping right now. She does a lot of napping.
Mm.
They say it's not going to be long before she's bigger than they are,
Mm.
'cause they're dwarves. And the whole thing was a fright. But she's glad that they say that, quote, you sent the dragon to scare them off.
Mm.
And they say it was all very reminiscent of the last attack, so that was very scary for them. But it's all okay now.
Yeah. Vera's going to, from her pack, pull out one of the fine elf hair pillows and give it to them as a gift for the wee baby. Something
They love
that
it. They can't tell what it is, but they love it. It's very soft.
something to keep her cozy in her little crib.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So they've got one of my elf hair pillows now. And then I'm gonna go back to the left and check on my geese. How do the geese look?
The geese are they're fine. They are they're
So
pleased
you know, Steve,
to see you.
Steve, in one of the downtime sessions, basically, me and Greg spent like a half hour trying to catch geese.
It was much more than a half hour.
It was like an hour.
half.
Because you sucked.
And also, I couldn't find like a token for just a regular goose. I could only find one for a goose hydra.
So
Goose drop.
yeah, it's Medusa. It's Medusa geese. Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Medusa goosa.
I mean they're
Medusa.
6 times the sass, but the same amount of eggs.
Yep. Honk, honk,
Hey.
honk. 6 times the honk. Yeah, the geese
Hey,
are fine.
question.
Yeah, and then one more.
Hold on, what was the question?
Vera's
Before-
also going. Oh, sorry.
Before we pay the dwarf stonemason, can I talk to them and try to reduce the price?
Oh, of course you can.
You could try, yeah.
That's
You
what
have
I
to
mean.
keep
But
waiting.
that has been agreed upon. Though. This is
It was
not
agreed
like,
on in advance, then haggled over many times.
Yeah. But before we cross the bridge, Vera's going to go over to the Koboldi's place.
I think your best chance of that is if you play the bagpipes really well, because I
yeah.
don't think you're very persuasive.
Not one.
And I'm going to.
The kobolds are outside,
Yeah.
happily chittering away in their language.
I'm going to greet them all and tell them that I heard what happened and that I on behalf of my so on my own on behalf of Nightstone and from the depths of my own heart, I would like to extend my gratitude to Anrak.
Devourer of worlds.
There we go. Let you have it. Yeah.
Indeed, friend. His
Yeah.
great wrath has been shown upon our enemies.
Mhm.
Our alliance is fortuitous.
Yeah.
The great dragon, Arnakarak, Ilmater, devourer of worlds.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh,
He has shown himself to the people.
and I'll tell what's his name? Glurg?
Clerg.
So Clerg that I look forward to meeting the great dragon at an audience in the near future.
When you are ready, we shall take you to him in the forest.
Very good.
Let's sing the bath songs in the forest.
For now, there's a dwarf to be paid.
All right. Somebody's always got to pay a dwarf somewhere.
Seriously.
Greedy assholes.
All right.
Hey,
so,
fuck off, man.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Do.
I'll need to open my treasury file. Where is it?
You're a treasury file.
Or
Oh
inventory.
yeah, your boy Al has not been sleeping in the keep because he insisted on keeping it open and only for residents by her lady herself.
How do I do this?
Then again, he's only been back for like what, 2 days?
Whatever.
He's only been back what, 3 days?
Keep off. Oh. Anyway.
What was the value of gold pounds? What is it? 100 per pound? 250 per pound?
There we go. Let me see.
It was 50 per pound, and each bar was 5 pounds.
Yes.
It's 50 per pound for gold. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Noble Mebel, who does not have a token, is waiting for you on the roof. And he explains that he has finished the work and asks if you'd like to look it over before you pay.
Of course.
Yeah, so, alright, so he'll show you around the keep and point out all the things that have been fixed, and he'll point out the new like safe area, and he explains proudly that it's already kept out a thief.
Nice.
Yeah.
We've heard of that bastard.
So,
And yeah, he shows you the rest of the parts that they fixed up, and you can see that everything has been fixed up. You know, holes been patched. It's all seems, you know, you can tell there's a difference because of the color of the stone, but it's all seems to be, you know, pretty well put
Very good.
together.
yeah. I'll casually say to him, and I trust you've seen the gatehouse since the attack.
He there's a little flicker of a smile, but he tries not to look too greedy, and he says that they could fix that as well for a little bit extra.
How much are you thinking? I assume you've looked it over. It's
500.
Huh?
500, he says.
500. Make it so.
All right.
We can't have a town with a broken gatehouse.
And then he mentions that the townspeople already, with Alaric's help, seem to be trying to fix the stable roof, which is mostly just wood and thatch. So that's
Very
not
good.
something that his union laborers are capable of doing.
Fuck the unions.
Or allowed to do, probably. There's another union.
Well,
for
yeah,
that.
exactly. That's what I meant by capable. Yeah.
Very good. Well, Vera is going to pull out of the treasury or I guess is he prepared for pay right now?
Yes, he's got a couple attendants with him with large, not large, but sort of mid-sized lock boxes ready to receive payment.
Okay. And so okay, let's see. So I will give let me do some math here real quick. So I'm gonna give him 5 pounds is 250. And then 10 is I'm gonna give him 5 pounds of raw gold. That's 250. And then I'm going to give him 10 gold bars. That puts us up to 2750. And then I'll give him
It's like counting pennies out.
1,250 GP. Or I'll give 1,250 GP. That's then the rest that he's owed, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So 1,250. That's then
Wait.
250.
You need another 500, right, for the new stuff, unless you want to pay him after.
Well,
Yeah. And then
Let's
I'm
pay
going
after.
to give him so 500 would be then. I'll give him 2,500 silver pieces and 250 gold pieces. So let me go my calculator out real
Alright,
quick.
very nice.
These are pre-negotiated rates, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Because Akka wanted to have a socialist dystopia in D&D.
Thane can try interjecting.
It's canonical that they have unions.
I know, I'm kidding. I
I would like to see Thane try to interject and try to haggle this down.
I mean, I would love to, but I'm going to let Vera do her thing, man. Like, let her spend all her money if she wants to.
Look, he likes haggling as much as the next guy, but these are pre-negotiated rates.
Well, are you gonna at least start playing your bagpipes over the negotiations?
I'm going to let her do her thing, man. And if, afterwards I'm going to give the guy a wink and a nod and take a swig.
And a hand job after outside.
Wait, so what did I pay?
5
For
pounds raw, 10 bars.
repairs. 1 second. Vera paid 5 pounds gold. Raw. We got
I'll
10
give it to you.
bars. 5 pounds each, and then I paid. What did I say? 2,500 gold, right?
2,500
silver and 250
and
gold.
250 gold.
Yeah, I did 2,500 GP, and then I did plus 2,500 GP. Sorry, silver pieces, and then 250 gold pieces. Yeah, like that.
Yes. And
that,
he
okay.
tells you that the gatehouse should be done in about a week.
Very good. Yeah,
You-
yeah. There's all these like stupid currencies. I was half inclined to give him copper pieces, but that seemed like an insult.
Hey man, money's money,
8,000
especially to the
Yeah.
union.
I mean, sure, but like, there's 8,000 copper pieces, and like, we do have laborers and stuff like that, and that's like, for your dailies.
Yeah.
That's what we use the coppers for. I'm not going to pay for a 5,000 GP thing of
Yeah.
copper. That's just rude. Like,
You're just gonna bring all the copper to Anrak.
I mean, and there is platinum in there, but like, I feel like the platinum is when you need money. That's in your go bag. You don't take stuff out of the go bag.
I wonder if
you'll have
Anrak
to
would
change
like.
out the platinum probably for most things.
Yeah, but that's go bag money.
Yeah.
I feel like Harak would actually maybe like the copper and stuff more, maybe because it just looks like more.
You think he's,
I
he's
already-
a
I
shiny
already have a
over
plan.
substance guy?
I don't think
Maybe.
dragons are that stupid.
I've already got plans with Anrak Harak. Like, I've got stuff that
So now that we finish the payment, can Hamnil go and do his wet on wet masterpiece with for Amrak Harak?
You can go to
Wet on wet
your little room and start painting. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did you guys want to spend in Nightstone before you headed back for the ceremony?
How much time do we have?
Well, you got like
Like
4 days.
It's
on the
does
first.
it take a
and
day to
it's the
get back, or
it's
2
2
days?
p.m. on the 26th, so
Does it take 1 or 2 days to get back?
it's like 1.5 ish.
Okay. Well, there's something I want to do right now, but I'll let other people do a few things at first.
I'm gonna go
Yes,
pee
yes,
real
and-
quick. So.
I've been hot.
You ruined Hamnil's wet on wet masterpiece.
So your boy Al is going to jack off. No,
Yeah, go and check. Oh yes, Ilmater.
yeah. So Alaric is obsessed with Ilmater, who is like the god of suffering and reducing suffering. One of the
Basically
three big gods
Jesus.
of the trio. No, but he's kind of a Tyr fanboy now too, because he has a great sword of Tyr. So Alaric, Alaric's basically Jehovah's Witness. He's a really annoying boy.
Yeah, it's super annoying. So where are you planning on building this church?
He was just trying to start building it just outside the walls. What he was going to do was he was going to send some representatives to Waterdeep and start getting some peasants over, offering small plots of land just outside, and start teaching them farming.
Wait, you offered small plots of land?
Well, I figured
You weren't supposed to do that.
No.
I mean,
well, basically they're small plots of land.
One more
and
thing
they
I
have to
forgot
pay
to
taxes.
mention.
Like
A
serfdom.
handful of families have returned to the surrounding farms, promising to do what they can to help to feed the town in exchange for protection. And the population of Nightstone and
we're getting protection
have
money.
grown from 18 to 32, not counting the kobolds and the scouts and the
Nice.
orcs and the blacks.
I mean, you said people are looking for protection. That sounds like money to me.
So
Oh yeah.
when I finish the painting, I want to do something else.
Yeah.
Well, how
the
long do you
painting
want
is-
to devote to the painting?
It's wet on wet, so it's not going to take long.
Well, I mean, we're not going to go talk to Anrakarok very soon, so you also can take your time. You know, lay
But how many style is wet on wet? I decide that now.
Oh God. So how much
So,
is bad? You mean?
What are you
What?
looking at while you make this painting? Are you like looking out at the crater to get an idea of the impact zone, or?
Yeah,
More or less,
what
yeah.
specifically are you painting?
So Amrak in obviously of dramatized and heroic way, being like some gods and savior.
Do you want someone who was there to give you an accounting while you're painting, or just gonna like make it up?
I mean,
I want Alaric to
he
explain me.
Okay.
Alaric was literally right there, like feet away, watching this.
Paint me a word picture, Alric.
So, Alaric was tied up to a post, looking all feeble and pussy-like, and your boy Al saw this guy, this fucking gigantic. How big is Anrakarok roughly?
Oh gosh.
Based on my estimates,
Oh.
like hundreds of feet. Not hundreds, but like what? A few dozen feet tall.
Well, he had 100-foot wingspan, so.
So he's probably 100 feet long then. Which means he's probably 20 feet tall? 30 feet
Probably
tall?
more like
probably.
30 or 40 foot tall because he's got the big
Yeah.
legs.
Yeah. Ah, so yeah, okay.
So he comes crashing down. He makes the whole ground given, and all the horses, all the Waterdavian men just get crushed under him.
You saying all the
And
king's
then-
horses and all the king's
All
men?
the king's men. Well, all the Lord Protector's horses and all the Lord Protector's men couldn't get put back together again.
Rack up off them again.
And then the Dragonborn general, this little bitch ass Dragonborn general, tried to kind of stand back up with kind of crushed under his horse. Onwards as Anrakarok boiled his scales. I was gonna say boiled his skin, but he didn't have skin. He's
Yeah.
Dragonborn.
Sucks. Sucks not to have skin.
Wait,
So-
so what kind of flames does he produce actually?
It's acid smoke or acid gas.
Ew.
Yeah, he just fucking melted them. He melted everyone.
That's intense. That's super rude. So Harwindale's painting this. How's the painting looking then?
Well, he needs to make a roll for it.
Yeah, that was me telling him to roll.
Dirty 20.
Hey,
Okay.
that'll
You gotta
do.
make a couple more rolls
Oh,
throughout the
It's
day.
wet on wet.
How
wet
long
on
that
wet.
means? How long does that take?
that means he did it in one quick go. When he's saying wet on wet, that means he's not letting anything dry in between. He's not doing layers. He's starting painting and finishing painting.
All
in
right, give me
a
another
session.
one then. We'll say it takes you an hour.
Making good. Can I help him? No, okay, he did it.
20 and 17.
Not bad. It's pretty presentable, you know.
Pretty
You're not
presentable.
the, I mean, it's good. You're not the most, profound artist, but it's pretty good.
Okay.
I mean,
I'd say
since-
yeah,
How many more supplies does Hamil have for painting? Because he could try again tomorrow, maybe if he has some time.
What's 3 p.m. now?
Because I mean, he could try again tomorrow, so they're going to stay here for a few days.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So you guys
No.
want to skip time?
Well, no,
How many wants to do something else now?
No. So while he's painting, Vera is going to go to this side room where what's his name is locked up.
Fenton Chester.
Fenton is going to have a talking to. So Vera's going to go to the side room. She's going to.
Let me pull it up.
Is he like chained up in there? Or is he just in the room?
No, there's doors that can lock now because of the redesign. And yeah, so there's a guard outside. One of the scouts is outside the door. One of the 10 remaining scouts.
So Vera's going to nod to the scout like it's okay.
Yeah, so he explains to you that about on the 17th he attempted to break in and to the treasury, but he got caught before he could, and they locked him
Vera's going to
on
look at the
Galen's
guard.
orders.
Vera's going to look at the guard quizzically and say 17th.
The 7th day of the second 10 day, obviously.
Fuck off.
We've taken to strange colloquialisms here.
Did he say why he was trying to break in?
Something about it all just being sitting there, and we're all sitting out here and needed to be spent.
I'd like to speak with the boy.
Sure. He takes a key out and he unlocks the door and he gives you the key.
Does the kid have a token?
He gives me the key. He's in
doesn't
charge
have
of
a
the door.
token. Well, actually, maybe he does. Hold on, let me.
I'm going to give the key back to him because that's unreasonable. He's the jailer. He's in charge of the door, not my key, not my problem.
All right. Yeah. You don't want to take responsibility, is what you're saying.
Well, no. I'm fine taking responsibility, but it is his responsibility. That's his goddamn job, unless he wants his pay docked for the day.
Wow.
I'm fine taking the key.
A petty tyrant already. You're worse than that fucking Goblin King.
He's got a job to do. His job is to watch this door.
God, I forgot how shockingly handsome he was.
Seriously, it's a Ryan Gosling type there.
Yeah.
Laura spreads her legs.
My God.
Gross. Don't be gross.
Yeah. No, this dude tried to rob me. I don't do that.
Are we stringing him up?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna walk in to see and just not say anything at first. Walk in, and is there anywhere to sit? I guess there should be, right?
You know, Varys still does have a torturer's toolkit, just so you're aware.
Ooh.
I mean,
Yeah. So he's. I mean, there wasn't any furniture, so I mean, I guess there's just like a stool and like a hay bed.
yeah, is he sitting on anything, or is he standing?
He's sitting over on the bed in the corner near like. Well, I guess there's no window, so no, I'm not by a window, just in the corner. Not a corner, I guess, because there's no corners in a circle, but he's sitting over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna grab the stool. I'm gonna sit on it. I'm just gonna stare at him. Further away, opposite wall.
Okay. After like a minute, he says, "It's not like you didn't steal it."
I'm just gonna not respond for see what else he says.
It's just sitting there. And he also takes up the silent act.
Oh my God.
Gonna step up off the stool. I'm going to pull out one of my daggers. Just kind of like examine the blade.
Casually.
I'm gonna pace back and forth across the horizontal axis of that room while examining the blade, and maybe kind of like I mean, I have some leather armor, kind of like sharpening it on the leather armor a little bit, just like dragging it across it to make that edge a little more keen.
Ooh. It makes that typical. It makes the sound it makes in the movies.
Yeah. Does he say anything else?
He looks a little bit nervous.
Oh. So Fenton. You said it was just sitting there. Is that the only reason you tried to steal from me and from this town? Because it was sitting there.
What are you gonna do with it? You're like all the other nobles, just sitting on your golden geese.
The geese are outside, Fenton. I think you know they're not golden. And I just used most of that money today to rebuild this town.
He just like looks over to the side uncomfortably.
Fenton, you're never going to be able to steal from me. Do you know why?
Why?
Because you're stupid. And because
You're
you're weak.
stupid.
Sorry, what now?
He doesn't say anything.
I'm going to phase step next to him. And like, so I phase step like sitting on the bed basically. And
You're
he
gonna
has
charm
to
him?
roll a DC 15 save.
Oh shit! Is it a DC 15 for the staff or for your charm, or is that both the same?
For the face step, I think. Or is that what's
Are they
in
both
the-
DC 15?
Oh, you said DC 15 at some point.
That's for the staff, but this is a different
Oh.
space step.
Let me see. After using another. Makes a wisdom save. Oh, it says DC. It says Eladrin season features save DC 8 plus charisma modifier plus proficiency bonus. Is that my charisma modifier?
Oh, it's what? So what is it?
Is it my charisma modifier?
Yes.
Yes, and your proficiency bonus.
What proficiency bonus though?
I will.
Four.
There's only one. It's +4 because you're level 9.
What proficiency bonus though?
Didn't it say, what, okay, read it again.
It says save DC 8 plus charisma modifier plus proficiency bonus.
So obviously it's your proficiency
So-
bonus.
So it's 8 + 8. It's 16.
But I want to know this so I understand. It's plus the charisma plus what proficiency bonus?
Your proficiency bonus. Your proficiency bonus. It's never going to be somebody else's proficiency bonus. It's all.
No, I know, but what proficiency bonus? Like which
It's on page 1. Proficiency
What do you
bonus.
mean,
Page
what
1. Top of page 1.
Just the proficiency bonus. It's like a core function of your character.
just the +4 charisma in
Yeah.
there. So it's the charisma in
+4
there.
charisma, and then you have your +4 proficiency bonus as well.
Okay, but the
No,
charisma in there.
any skill that you're proficient in, you know the number that's added to it that's on the
No,
top of your
I know.
page.
I just one person. But you're saying the charisma in there. So it's my normal charisma plus the charisma in there.
It's your charisma modifier, so what do you have, a +4 in charisma, right?
Yeah, and then there's a little square that says the proficiencies. That you mean that +4 as well then.
At the top of page 1, right next to your hit points, is your proficiency bonus. At level 9, it's +4.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Okay, yeah, there we go.
So
There's-
it's 8
there's more-
+
there's-
4
there's
+
more
4 is
shit.
16.
That's why I wanted someone to point me towards it because there's too much shit on the page for me to find it easily. Okay. Yeah, so the roll it car. DC 8 plus. I get. But I understand that. What? So do I roll that? Do you roll that?
No, that's the DC, dude. That's what he has to beat. That's the difficulty.
Okay, so he has to beat then 16.
You have to match a 16.
He
Okay,
fails,
do it.
so he is charmed.
Ah, okay. So he's charmed. I think it's like up to a minute or something like that. So I can just like chat with him, and he has to basically answer me, right? Like,
Well, he has disadvantage. You have advantage on any ability check to interact socially with him, and he can't attack you with harmful effects or abilities.
okay. So sitting next to him, I'm going to say, Fenton, is the only reason you tried to steal from me in this town that you thought you could, or is there something else behind what you're doing?
Make a persuasion then, I guess, with advantage.
With advantage?
Yes.
Yeah.
With advantage. Do I even need to roll this? I mean,
Yeah. That's why you get advantage.
You make it in advance.
it's.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
He's about to go jack off.
I mean, that's 30. You think 30's enough?
I don't know. I don't know if 30's enough.
I mean, it might not be. Fenton might be like the hardest nut to crack ever. In which case, I'm
Christ,
gonna use
man.
a knife. I will
You're
crack.
so
that.
persuasive.
I will crack that nut if you know what I mean.
You might be the most persuasive person to ever exist. You can roll 32.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That advantage was big.
What does he really know, though?
I mean, so I'm not trying to get like information. It's not like I don't want to know what he knows. I more want to know what's driving him. Because so the backstory is this dude was really weird since he came back. Like, so the town was attacked by giants and then occupied by goblins. And when it was
We
attacked,
killed all the goblins.
yeah, and when it was attacked, a bunch of people fled,
All right, I'm
and
back.
Fenton's family was killed. And he seemed to be like blaming it all on Alric for some reason, and being really weird and kind of cagey and also kind of insurrectionist. And I want to know what's going on with him. Basically, like, is he just an asshole and kind of an ingrate, or is he an actual risk to the community? So I rolled 30. Car, is that enough?
Yeah. So he said. So what was the question again? I'm sorry. There was a bunch of bang.
I asked him what is driving him. Like if I asked him if the only reason he tried to rob me in this town is because he thought he could, or if there's something else that he's not telling me.
He looks a bit sheepish and he says, I just wanted to help everybody.
Help everyone. And you thought that you having the money rather than it being inside here would help them.
They could, yeah. They'd be able to, yeah.
And what were you going to do with the money when you brought it out of here? Were you going to tell me, Fenton? Wait.
I guess I didn't think that far.
Let's imagine that you were successful and you walked out of here with all the money in that treasure room, however much you think there is. How much do you think there is in there? You think there's platinum? You think there's gems? You think there's
40,000?
Oh, yeah. So you walk out of here with 40,000 gold. Never minding how you get it out of
Well,
here.
I couldn't carry all of it. I couldn't take all of it.
And then what do you do, Fenton? You're going to give that to the people?
Don't you?
You're going to give that to the people? You have 40,000 gold under your arms, or are you going to walk away?
I'd let them decide what they wanted to do with it.
Tell me
Fix the
honestly,
town up.
Fenton.
They bring everybody back. We could. He starts crying and he says, "We could bring my dad back."
Fenton, we can't bring your dad back. And you have seen we are fixing the town. Day by day, it gets rebuilt, and day by day, the people come back. But your father...
we kick the ass of people who try to invade that
When
shit.
you say that you can't bring his dad back, he looks at you kind of angrily and he says, "There's magic that could do that. You're talking about bringing Bandag back, and he's a
Do you
orc."
know where...
And then he points just generally in the direction of where he thinks Varys is, and he says, "You brought Varys back, and he's gross."
I did not bring Varys back.
Fenton, your father was killed when the giants attacked, wasn't he?
Yeah,
And you fled to save yourself.
we all fled.
Yeah, as you should have. But where is your father
It's
buried?
in the graveyard.
Who put him in the graveyard? You fled.
I came back.
You came back? What?
Well, they all,
Wait.
we all, well,
I call BS on that one.
I call BS on that one too. Does he?
yeah, he seems confused as well.
Like, Fenton, you fled, as you should have, but your father is somewhere in the dirt. We can't bring him back. We don't know where he is, and if we could bring him back, he would be like Varys. He would be a shell of himself.
Because he's dead for too long.
Fuck
Yeah, because
Varys.
it's been gone too long. Yeah, it's been too long. No magic can save him.
He just starts crying.
A little bitch.
Yeah, a little bitch. I'm gonna pick him up. I'm gonna start leading him to the door. I'm gonna tell him, Fenton, if you want to stay in this town, we will keep you, and we will keep you safe.
He keeps saying,
If you
"I'm
were
sorry, I'm sorry."
If you wish to leave, I understand, but know this: if you ever raise your hand against this town or myself, or try to steal from me again, you will swing from the gatehouse by your neck.
Gulps audibly.
Now, be on your way. And if you need anything, you know where to find me.
Oh my god.
He nods and heads back out. Got like a shell-shocked
dark.
look.
Good.
So
Bitch.
after Hamlet finished painting, you want to do something else?
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Hold
I
on.
feel good.
Yeah. So what's it? Yeah. So what? So meanwhile, Thane, what?
Thane's been wandering around, like knocking on the walls.
Knocking on the walls.
Kind of curious about, the workmanship that has gone on in the keep, that has demanded such a high price.
You can give me some investigation. You're a dwarf, so I think you get like
I get stone
Stone
cutting.
cutting.
I get stone cutting, which is so if I make a history check,
give me
I
it.
get double proficiency. So I want to hear the history of this stonework here,
So you get +8 on top of whatever you normally get.
which is +4, so I get +12.
Hmm.
1d20 +12.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, man. That's as good as my persuasion.
It's a very odd.
Jesus Christ, 15.
Oh.
Are you
Well,
kidding me?
still, that's good enough though. So you can tell that this is obvious. Well, the original construction at least is obviously human-made, right? Dwarves would have done it better, and they would have probably done it underground.
Yeah.
But for being human-made, the castle itself is pretty good. That's pretty much all of the stone work that there is. But the dwarven stuff is done very well. The Daggerford Union seems to be very talented, and the additions are they flow with the original construction as best as possible. You
Nice.
see, you're not able to like examine the inside of the vault, but from the outside, they seem to have done a good job reinforcing it. I'm sure that you like pull on the gate to try and open it. You know.
You can also ask to look around inside if you're doing a spot check on my behalf. I'd let you in.
But the whole thing is pretty well made. You can see the signs of where it's been hit by giant, huge stones, probably too big of holes for a trebuchet to shoot, but they've been all patched up.
Yeah, Thane is impressed and beset by a, sort of unfortunate sense of tragedy and not finding anything wrong.
It's disappointingly well made.
So damn it, I can't complain.
Gonna knock on the wall and nod at Granton. Forward.
I love the nod at Grant.
It's so sad.
That'll do, pig.
Grant
That'll
doesn't
do.
know much about stone, but
Speak for yourself.
well,
sir.
maybe he does, but at least he's happy that you're happy. Or he's disappointed that you're disappointed. I guess
Or
it's
that.
more accurate.
Yeah, well.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm trying to
Well-
save Vera money.
Yeah, I know, right?
But
Well,
that's
I mean,
the
listen,
thing.
it's already been paid. Noble Bevel and his group have already started to head out. So.
I'll also tell you, Steve. Like there
Oh, no, I
was
guess they haven't headed out. We
lot.
still got to fix the gate. So.
There was a lot of bitching about the price when we first discussed
So
it
much
because I was like,
haggling,
that's
so much whining.
unreasonable. Well, and then Carr was like, it's in the player's handbook. There's a price for keeps. That's the price. And I was like, well, fuck the player's handbook.
That
That was basically how it went.
That was basically how it went. Yeah.
Yeah, you were like, well, there's a price in the player's handbook, and I was like, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
And I left it with
It's like
that.
you're making up bad rules. All right. So.
Just like the
So what's everybody else? So Harmona, what did you say you wanted to do?
I think I have written this before in the chat here, but I wanted to move around the town and see if I can find any able-bodied men who would like to join some sort of militia to have like better protection of the town. So Hamilton could pick them up and train them a little bit.
Where did you want to go to?
Ask around, see if like able-bodied men who would like to join a militia.
All right. Give me some persuasion.
Oh, it's +1.
Ooh.
13.
Bad. Yeah, so a few of the men in the town, the Daddy Bellweiler, Mr. Stoneward, and Mr. Prenton, and Mr. Shepard, all
Mhm.
agreed to get trained.
Like, what have they ever like held weapons before? Like, how is the
Oh, no.
like the baseline?
0 baseline.
Okay, so I would just try to train them like on the ground lab, like I did with the Knights of Alora. Give them like a crash course of the basics.
Alright, that'll take the rest of the few days, probably.
Yeah, like with some breaks in between, obviously. Then I can
No
do like another
breaks.
10. What the fuck? Then I could do that. Then another attempt on a wet on wet. And I think that's for Hamlin's downtime.
Alright.
Oh, while he's doing the training, Vera's gonna have a little chat with Galen and ask him she's gonna ask him if he feels like there's any stress being the sole responsible party for the life and well-being of all of these people.
Well, he explains that he's not the sole responsible party anymore because he's got Rowan to help out, and they seem to get along pretty well. He says begrudgingly. He didn't like it at first, but they work together well. He says again begrudgingly.
I'll ask him. Does he think that the town could benefit from an experienced watchman and commander to keep the peace? Oh, definitely. Well, good news. Good news.
Evander, the commander.
Evander, the commander of Nightstone. Now, with a flourish, I'll introduce him to Evander, the new commander, a recent rescue from Waterdeep, who was a hero of the Watch. There, he was wrongly
salute.
and unduly imprisoned, and is now here to aid us in our endeavors and to make a better life for himself. Yes,
Galen seems very excited about that, and about the prospect of Harmon making some militiamen.
Nice.
You know, on account that he was very you know, he saw his life flashing before his eyes. What with the whole siege thing, you know, that could have been the end. But it wasn't.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It worked out.
Yep. Yeah, go meet Zerk in the Ardeep.
Or want to kill something.
Give him the old orc shoes, you know, sink him to the bottom of the ocean.
Like tie him to some rocks or something, and then just toss him into the
No,
Ardeep.
that's what we call giving somebody the orcan shoes.
The Orcan shoes.
By the way, quick question: is Chiboy Al, is he still level 8, or did he level up also?
Oh, he'd be 9 as well, yeah.
He would also be 9. Good to know.
Wait, did we level up?
No.
No, he just hasn't been around for a while
Okay.
since we were level 8.
Level.
Level? I'm on level.
I'm on a level. Whoa. Level.
I guess Varys is gonna check out his old grave and or Bandogs while this is all going on.
All right. Yep. The it's still there. Where is Varys?
Wait, did Varys die at Nightstone?
Yes.
Yeah,
He's pretty uneasy being here.
He died.
All right.
And, Vera buried him and our old friend Banda, the orc. He was good times. We're still trying to find a cleric so we can bring Banda back. He was good people.
He was good people.
He hid all the money, and he, after death, provided us the instructions to find all the money he had.
True. There may or may not have been an intimate relationship between him and Vera. It's
unknown, and he can't talk, and you won't talk. So
it's unclear. There was definitely a lot of flirting though, and Vera definitely did a few things to make people think that they were fooling around.
You know what we should do? Is we should check up on the Uncle Nicky situation on our way back to Waterdeep as well.
Yeah.
Uncle Nicky's outside of Daggerford.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck. I was getting that one confused.
But also, why are we going back to Waterdeep?
Inauguration.
Inauguration, and now I have an itemized list of charges that they're gonna get.
And from there we can take a boat to Neverwinter.
Yeah, but why don't we go somewhere else?
Because that's the quest that Aka made for us, and we need to follow it. It's an unwritten contract of D&D.
Well,
That
that
the
and
quest that
also-
DM prepared for you.
Also, we have Harmill's Demon Quest, but we don't really feel like we're at the level to go to literal hell yet, or the Abyss, which is
Yeah.
one of the two.
Yeah,
Also,
but
one of
even-
the two
not
hell.
really there's not a good egress once we're there until we're done. So
We
it's
can
like,
grind. We can grind a few more levels if we go to the abyss.
yeah,
Fair enough.
That's kind of the thought process.
that's true. So if when everyone's done their things, Vera's gonna have to have a chat with everyone.
Yeah.
Alright.
With when Hamil finished the
So
training
Harmonal's
session.
outside. I guess training finishes up around 10 p.m.
How are the militiamen looking? Do they look like they're learning
They're
something? Got
not
the
great,
scrubs.
but they're not at risk of hurting themselves anymore. So
Good.
that's progress.
Cool.
So also Hamil would also like to ask Var about this letter scene.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
What was all that about?
When everyone, I'll go through with everyone together because it's
Galen and Evander will go off together and start talking about the militia.
cool.
Oh, now Hamil is the Sher and Marshal of Nightstone.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if everyone's done all of their little things that they wanted to do, then Vera will gather everyone in the. I don't know. Do we have like a? Is there like a room that's like an audience room?
I
I
don't think
figured
so.
while this was all happening, Alaric was just back to helping rebuild what he can. Also, just an FYI, this is what I had him do, and I think you'll approve of this one. I had him reach out to like paladin orders nearby and basically
Well, there
just be
weren't
like,
any. Remember?
there weren't any.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what were you doing?
Didn't he send some guys to Waterdeep, the same guys that gave him the sword? And wasn't he going to send guys to Baldur's Gate too?
Yes.
Just a couple guys each
Yes.
to try to get paladins to come over here.
Paid a couple of the
and-
peasants from the
And-
outskirts to go and do that.
And what is Testafurma doing and the other guys?
Well, their last you heard were at Daggerford, remember?
Can we use the
Daggerford
Rainbow
never
Sending to
sent us
contact-
aid.
Yeah. Where was Daggerford when Nightstone was attacked?
Well, how would they
Sure.
know?
He said he's going to send the Ring of Sending.
I mean, I don't know if it's worth it.
Oh.
I
I
can
might
send
as
it-
well. You could do it today. I mean,
Yeah.
you get to do it once a day. There's no reason not to.
I can send a message to
You gonna send old
Nope.
Testes a message? Testes Froome?
Yeah, what message are you sending
I'm
Testes?
typing it right now.
Are you typing it in
No,
notes?
typing more Testes.
You can go meet Zerk in the RD. That's fucking great. Or want to kill something. My throat started to hurt from playing as Zerk so much. That's why I had to have him commit suicide by cop. All right. How does testicles respond to
Test.
I was arrested. The Duchess has gone mad.
I'm
got a
the
bunch of
Duchess
men.
now.
She's got a bunch of men wearing Rashemi masks around, and they've got slaves, and you got to do the same thing all over again now, but smaller. Taffy's taken over. Oh god. Ah! He's typing. Ah! So what is Thane doing now? Are we just all gathered up? What is Harmy doing? Is he showing us the painting?
Thane is not concerned with paintings.
I'm gonna show him my grave that I crawled out of as a zombie.
Thane's going to.
Is the bucket still there? Actually, is the bucket still on my grave?
Of course it is. The bucket never leaves the grave.
All right,
bucket's
so
there, yes.
actually, I'm gonna pick up the bucket and I'm gonna hand it to Thane, and I'm gonna say, "There's no one more worthy of carrying this on." I'm gonna give Thane the bucket.
Thanks, man. No, I mean I'm going to carry the bucket. Thane's going to carry the bucket.
Hold on, let me.
So the bucket was when we first met Kukasi, you know, the guy that would, you know, basically owned the bar.
How many nicknamed him the Bucket Man from day one?
Yeah, because I wanted his biggest glass. I was like, I want as much beer as you could fit in one thing, and he was like, I mean, we got a bucket, and I drank the entire bucket while we started a brawl in his bar, and from that point forward, he called me Bucket Boy, and he was Bucket Man. And then when I died, they put the bucket on my grave.
I'm going to add bucket to the inventory. How much does it weigh?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
How much?
11, 12.
How much does the bucket weigh? Like a pound? Probably like a pound.
So it auto-filled 2 pounds.
All right, whatever.
We'll leave it as it is.
That's fine.
But
But
I think
yeah, I would fill that entire thing with alcohol on all our journeys until I died.
Mm-hmm. He did.
I'm going to put it as Varys's bucket.
Nice.
Oh, I
God, that's
appreciate
exactly
that.
25. I'm so good.
Well done, you.
R.I.P. Varys.
I don't understand what that says. Duchess agree vouch.
Mm-hmm.
What? What does that mean?
Yes.
Also,
Basically, she was gonna vouch for you, and she was gonna get soldiers to attack Waterdeep, but now doesn't matter because we killed them all.
Yeah.
I guess we could send out a letter to Daggerford.
And they're going to Baldur's Gate to meet the Parliament.
yeah, but that's good. I mean, then maybe we can get word to them as well that they can tell Baldur's Gate that we personally brought Waterdeep back into the fold of the Lord's Alliance and stabilize the situation there, and they can heap praise and also some, boons on us if they see fit. Also, they should see fit.
Tomorrow we should use the Ring of Sending and directly to Daggerford, Lady Daggerford, and tell her we did it.
Yes.
Morwen?
Yep, thank you.
Also, it's any to
Morwen?
know I can tell him to go fuck himself.
It's a great use of that thing you can use once a day.
Yeah, that's
I
like
don't think you can, because I think he's probably no longer undead dead. I think he's just done though.
I mean, I can try, and if we get no response, then
Who?
maybe we can assume he's dead.
I mean, Vara has one too. She could probably, but she can't get a response, can she?
No, mine is
The range.
It's limited though. Mine's like 100.
Gay. All right, so tomorrow tell Lovac to go fuck himself, and let's see what happens.
I have 25 miles, but I don't think I can get a response.
Wait, what?
Oh well, how far away his beast messenger thing? He can send a beast with a message to Daggerford to let her know the situation has been resolved.
Yeah, do that.
It's 25 miles.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I think.
I think Daggerford is
It's,
within 25
70
miles.
away.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
really?
Yes,
Can
I
you-
checked.
Can he send a beast messenger 25 miles to find another beast to send the message to?
No, no, you can't. No. It's a good idea though.
I just want to check.
After 15th level, yeah,
Okay, and I just want to make something clear. The idea I had for Alaric was that, to you, Kilo, is that he was not going to give people free land. He was going to basically give them small plots, and then they would have to pay. They would have to work it themselves, and then pay us a tax
It's
Hey.
called surf.
and work it.
Nice.
Yeah, basically serfdom. That was the plan, and that's what he sent to Waterdeep as a message.
Oh well,
It wasn't just free land. It was they would have to pay taxes,
I
but it would
fully
get them out of the
agree with
field
that.
ward.
Not just because it's like sensible, but also because it sounds like you compromised your own values to do what was wanted.
Like a
which
coward.
which
Well,
feels
no, it also just kind of makes sense. Like,
well, yeah. I mean,
get
obviously,
them out of a shithole. Like, it's not even that it's like not moral. He's giving them peasants land, and then they get to work it, and then they just have to pay us. Like,
yeah, they're tenant farmers.
and they're no longer living in a shithole. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe they are. That's up to them, though.
well, he's teaching them a profession too. He was going to personally teach them how to farm the land over here.
Yeah. Well,
So,
good.
Another long rest
Power
then.
Wait.
Yeah, sure. And
Right.
also the idea was once we build up that farmland high enough, we could build a second wall around that ring of farms,
Burn, burn,
Nice.
burn.
possibly.
Ring of farms.
Like a second wall outside. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
just slowly expand Nightstone outwards
So
from
what do
maybe
you
Yeah.
want to do, Euros?
So zoom out.
So while this is going
I
on,
think the idea is basically to like have like farms go from like something like that bit of land up there, just north of the town, and kind of like wrap as like a little like ring of fat basically around the city, maybe like out to the gate or something like that, and then we put a little outer palisade around there.
Yeah,
So
and then
what I wanted to
that's
do-
the-
What's
then
Armanil doing?
Go ahead.
I'd like to take out the bottle of the Evamission wine that we still have.
Ah,
Just rubbing it in.
No. I know that Vara hasn't never gotten to try it, and as a little thank you for saving our asses at Stormhaven, she can taste the best wine in the whole of Toril.
Nice. Okay.
I will fill your glass myself one. Varys can't drink because he's fucked.
what about the
Barrett is just gonna go.
I don't know who
What
else
about the
can.
brothers?
Vicariously for you.
The brothers will also take a glass. And I don't know if they want. I don't know that if the dwarf wants something.
Yeah, as if he'll say no.
Yeah, he's an alcoholic. That's true.
Yeah.
Varys is gonna look over the scene longingly.
Yeah. So I will make a toast. Thank you for saving our asses and fuck Waterdeep.
Vera's gonna
Waterdeep.
raise her glass. Vera's gonna raise her glass and say, "Fuck Waterdeep."
Nice. All right. So
Varys is gonna also agree. Fuck Waterdeep. But fuck Nightstone also. I literally died here.
hey, you almost came back to life here, so quit your bitching.
all right. So
Am I really alive? Like I hold up a rotting hand. Like.
Hey, I had a plan to get you properly alive. You're the one who got up early. So this is not.
So how would Vara rate the wine?
That's pretty good. I mean,
It's pretty good.
it's not the wild grapes of Fae, but it's good.
how long do you guys want to spend in Nightstone before you head
Probably
out?
the maximum amount of downtime. Probably like
Yeah.
what, 3 days?
All right.
Yeah,
You guys.
Building things.
Can I reroll for another wet and wet attempt?
Sure.
Do it.
What else do you guys? What do the rest of you guys want to do during the
Yeah,
free time?
so a question, Cart. Can I actually like help by like hang out with him and giving him critical points as he's doing things?
I don't think so. No, because you're not.
Okay.
playing
What
efficient.
about Alaric describing the scene and creating a very vivid picture of exactly
I
what it
rolled
looks
another
like?
one and the 19.
Another one.
And the 19.
So that's a 10 and a 9 and a.
No, but that's good. The order's good because then the first run is bad, and then you can paint over it though.
Yeah, the first layer is bad and then the wet one
Just
on top of it
perfect.
is better. Yeah.
So are we basically waiting here for the wedding? Is that the plan?
No, we're waiting here for a couple days. We're gonna swing back to Waterdeep just for the inauguration,
And
and then we're gonna take a boat up to Neverwinter.
Oh, I yeah, that's something we still have to do in the downtime. I still haven't told you guys about the thing. No one knows about the wedding.
Okay, so you're gonna. Okay, so you fill them in on the wedding then.
Yeah. So yeah. So that well, how's the painting look? I want to know.
The painting is decent. It's not as good as the last one. The last one is pretty good in hindsight.
But the previous one was 37.
The second like take or like go around is much better than the first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a
They're about the
37.
same. They're about the same. But
So-
it's they contrast nicely. You can
Yeah.
see the failed first attempt, and then the great success in the second.
It's not an attempt. It's like you paint over the layer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can see that failed first layer.
But you actually can't. That's not how oil paints work.
Hold on.
I think
I-
you wet on wet.
This isn't me like being sassy. Like I have painted with oil paints. Like when you paint over it,
It's like that scene in
over.
Archer, where it's like that white painting.
Is it layer after layer after
and then
layer?
you can see a shape here and,
and then
here, and then layer after
covered in
layer of
white.
white, so you can see absolutely nothing underneath.
Yeah.
All right, so so you make a second. I think you have time for one more if you want to.
This time you roll perfect. Let's see it.
Do it.
Thane, what are you doing in the 2 days downtime? 3 days downtime rather.
It's more or less shitty one in the 16.
Oh my
Probably
God.
getting drunk.
Rather than having all of these be different paintings, you should be doing all of these on the same painting to improve it.
Thane, you should try seeing if there's any other alcoholics in town you can make friends with. I would have helped you out with that one, but
I suppose I could, but the thing is, eventually it's going to run out, and I feel bad.
don't we have a whole thing?
Well, I guess. Well, didn't you leave those at the night? Well, I guess you took one and left one. Yeah. So.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dane's probably just going to look after Grant and try to find as much alcohol as he can.
Yeah, so in the few days you learn that the Mr. Dardock Stoneward, who they have the adopted elven kid, likes his alcohol as a dwarf, and you guys spend 2 days hanging out.
Hanging out.
Yep,
Getting
hanging out,
choked.
drinking,
Mhm.
His wife thinks it's cute that he's got a friend.
Mhm.
Well, I would love to know more about the
Because they're from the
The draw-
same area.
Mhm.
yeah,
They're
no,
similar dwarven age.
Mhm. Get
No,
shit.
love to know more about that guy, but
Tell us about the
Sure
person,
enough.
more about the alcohol. And he's got great alcohol. He's got good dwarven alcohol.
Nice.
So,
excellent.
all right. So on the
Excellent.
29th, you guys, I suppose, get ready to head out.
No. So there's a couple of things we need to do. First of all, we need to have a chit chat about this her
Oh,
loot.
yes.
So, as Harmonal drags out the sacks on sacks of gold and stuff like that. So I guess
Also, let's contact the Duchess.
the breastplate already is to Thane, but we got.
Wait,
are
let me
the
send a
shadow
message to the
or
Duchess.
short swords
Oh yeah.
just-
But hold on, let Barrett go first.
Are the shadow or short swords just short swords, or do they have anything
They're
special
short, they're
about them?
+1 short swords, and they can pierce any magical effects.
Ooh, they're +1. That's cool. So, should anyone have the short swords?
Harmonal's using them already, I think.
No, I think we have 4 of them. I used 2 of them.
Okay.
Thane would probably be good with them.
Oh,
Yep.
Should Thane take 2 of them then, and use them both?
Well, so I have two-handed as my thing, and I already use a short sword.
So you'd go. Well, you have a mace and a hand axe, so you'd go
And
from 1d6
wait.
plus.
I think I also have given him a regular +1 longsword we had found. Sword we had found.
Oh, maybe I have an updated sheet for him. But they'd be advantageous for you because they pierce magical effects even more so.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then Thane takes the 2 short swords, because that makes sense. So all that's left then is this pile of gold.
So on your
and-
sheet, erase
Uh-huh.
the mace or whatever,
Yeah.
and put in +1 short sword,
All right, doing it now.
and it should auto calculate. And then you just need to remember that it's made out of that shadow ore that can pierce magical effects.
Yeah.
And then maybe after it's inputted, put in parentheses like shadow.
Do you want to keep your other weapon?
I think he actually has to put short sword +1.
Oh, okay.
Space
maybe.
+1. Short sword space +1.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I did that already.
Oh,
It already.
Do you want to keep your other gear on you, Steve, or do you want to drop it here? The mace and stuff.
Dwarves are very hardy folk, so I feel like I can keep most of what I have. So.
Okay. It's up to you. I mean, I don't think you have a need for them because they're just inferior weapons.
If he wants a standard mace, then feel free.
I mean, no, but my thought was like you can leave it here. I'm just because if you want to leave it here, I'll put it in the treasure room, so it's like in my inventory there.
Yeah, then do it.
What is it? It's a mace and something else.
I only added 1 +1 short sword, and I got rid of the mace. So
okay. You can also take them both, right? I mean,
I could, but I also got that +1 dagger, and then I have to get rid of my hand axe, which is 1d6 plus. Maybe.
By the way, I still have a wand of scowling if anyone wants it.
I have that. You gave it to me a long time ago.
Oh, okay, I'm dumb. I just had it in my fucking inventory.
Yeah, I mean, I've had it in my inventory for a long time.
Okay.
She responds. Yeah. Euros.
Yep, I read it.
All right, I made the changes. A mace, and a. I forget what the other one was, but.
So you drop 2 maces?
So you can
or?
do 1 more Ring of Sending during the downtime if you want on the 29th.
No, it was a hand axe. So I mean, it was a short axe basically.
Yeah.
So who should I contact with the Ring of Sending now?
Okay.
Oops.
Do we want to contact anyone specific?
You could do Tezric again if you want, or you could do nobody, or you could do more.
I mean, he's
Did you say Tezric instead of Tester?
Tezric.
Yep.
Tester. No, well, there's. Hold on. I did say Tezric, yeah.
Okay, so you guys need you got ADHD, Car. So we're doing something. We've got all the loot in the room, and we're trying to figure out what to do with it. So Thane took the 2 blades, and Thane also has the Mythor breastplate. So those are all taken by him.
Okay.
500 GP went to the Knights. We've still got 1531 gold and 2 platinum bars. Vera is going to suggest that we just leave all of this in a corner in the treasure room until we get back, and we can discuss it then. Because it doesn't really matter. We don't need this right now. I don't assume.
Yeah, I think we have enough money on our bags, anyways.
Yeah, I think each of us on our persons has enough. So, does anyone have objections to that? To just putting this in the room and leaving it for now?
Let's lock it in the treasury, and then we can see how we divide it afterwards.
Okay, and I will do that. 1531 GP and 2 platinum bars then.
Excellent.
Right on part inventory to be divided.
The one thing that I wanted clarified was, so the money that was given to me by the Magisters.
That's yours.
How much was it?
350. 350.
Okay. I need to make note of that. Okay, cool.
And so each platinum bar is, is it 1? Fuck it, I don't care. I'm just leave it right now. £5 each. Okay, and now so that's been dealt with, the loot, and now Vera is going to gather everyone in the whatever the room is that everyone gathers.
Main hall.
Here. Yeah, this main hall foyer area.
Yeah. And then she's going to address everyone. So Vera's going to address everyone. She's going to open by saying, I know that none of you know much about me, despite the time we spent together. But before I came to this plane, I was a resident, or I was part of a mighty house in Fae, and through some foolishness on my family's part, we had a court jester who was something of a madman, who, to make a long story short, was sent away in an ignoble fashion because he showed himself to be a knave of the rankest sort. And sometime later, he returned with a host of vagabonds and sacked my family's home, which is what brought me here in the first place. Back in Waterdeep, I received this letter, and Vera's going to pull out her letter, inviting me to a wedding in Neverwinter between that knave of a jester and my own mother. So, by the third week of the coming month, I will be in Neverwinter to kill that monster of a man, and if anyone would like to join me, I would appreciate your assistance.
You have my sword. I'm gonna hold it. You're all gonna recoil from now.
Why don't you be happy, you bastard?
Mm.
And technically, I literally swore you an oath.
That's true.
In exchange for you helping save my bitch. Here I am.
It's true.
So what did I miss?
She just, I wrote it in notes. I basically gave you the entire.
Yeah, so some of it by verbatim as well.
Yes.
So
Good, buddy boy.
So you want to kick that bastard's ass?
Yeah, and I basically said I am going to kill him, and if anyone wants to come help me, you're welcome to join.
So
What's this bastard's name?
Laris.
Man, people whose names end in Aris are not. You don't have a great history with them.
let's fuck him up.
Yeah.
Let's fuck
So he-
up good.
So he's forcing your mother into a marriage, and you know how I feel about forced servitude, and what are wives if not servants?
Amen, brother. Hey, look at me.
It's basically like Eorl Idril.
All right, so everybody's I guess awake by 6 a.m. on the 29th, in time to head out to the city. Or do you want to wait until the day of? I guess you'd wait till the 30th, right, instead of the 29th.
Does that mean he gets one more chance to?
Yeah. Well, I guess he's 2 because he only used 2, and he's 4 days downtime. And Harmonel's been training people the entire time.
Well, Alaric's just been rebuilding shit, getting to work on his little church also,
Yep.
and trying to assist with just building everything. You know,
Not
he's
that
doing his
much
little
better.
Jimmy Carter LARP. You know, Habitat for Humanity.
Nice, very nice.
Can I roll it? Can I roll one more
No.
time? Or?
Yeah.
Can
So
Thane
Vera
help with that?
can
What?
Finn help with what? With building
Oh, with
stuff?
building the houses.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, that's the best one.
Alaric is gonna be like, wow, a dwarven craftsman here in my town. I'm thrilled. Ignoring all the other dwarven
Yeah,
craftsmen that have been here.
everybody's really happy that they've got a dwarves help to rebuild the houses because most people associate dwarves with good stone craftsmanship.
Really?
The-
I thought most people associated the dwarves with greediness. And,
well, that of course, but
They literally have a racial trait.
Waterdeep had a big fire a couple hundred years ago, and the entire town was rebuilt by a group of dwarves from the nearby hold. And so, ever since then, people in the entire area associate dwarves with like good houses. You know.
So Alaric has no idea how like Thane popped up. He's gonna like question. He's gonna be like, "So, what? There was 3 when I left, and now there's a 4th. What's your deal?" That's exactly how your boy Al's gonna put it. I'm curious to know how you got involved with this group.
It has everything to do with the Magisters and what came before, and
You're the cleanup guy. You're the fixer.
I'm a little bit of a cleanup guy and a little bit of a drunk.
Cleaning up after being drunk.
Are you mostly cleaning up your own messes?
That's
why like raise an eyebrow.
Mostly other people's messes, but you do what you have to do. It's a
You
trade.
slip one in every once in a while. And I just see you're carrying a giant, bagpipe on your hip. Do you wear that into battle?
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. What is that? He's gonna raise an eyebrow again. We don't talk about that.
That's look, in Bren Garoth back in the day, that was the way things were done. It's the last. It's the last remnant of a culture that is, more or less gone at this point. What would you do?
Yeah, fuck the Scottish.
I didn't know. I didn't know there was this anti-bagpipe sort of culture going on in Waterdeep. You know what? You have my thanks.
So
yeah.
So
play your bagpipes with abandon. I don't care.
So on the, you guys can I guess set out early in the morning if you want to be able to make it to. Let's see, because it's supposed to be. You're supposed to get there. You're supposed to be at the thing at 1 p.m. That's when the thing is for.
Cool.
So you guys can arrive at night.
Autobots.
Did you check my painting rolls, Haka?
Yes, I've
They rolled a 46.
Calculate them up. Yep, got a 46 written down. So you guys,
how does that one look? Is it sexy?
yeah, it's the best of them all. You've really peaked.
Is it like Anrak Harak in like a white T-shirt that's really tight and really shows off his muscles?
Oh yeah, no, he's towering over the Dragonborn who's like fallen underneath his horse.
Nice.
And there's blood everywhere, which contrasts with Anrak Harak's green.
Oh, I thought it was going to contrast with this really tight white tee.
Oh yeah, that too. Looks like the fawns.
Blood stains on the white T-shirt, not good.
Anrak
so
Harak
you guys
comes in
head
like
out
a
in the morning.
thunderbolt out of the sky, smashes the assaulting force pieces, and goes, "Hey!"
Does it look something like what I just sent in general?
But
Is that kind of the gist?
But with a really tight white tee.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Yeah. So so you guys head out like late on the 29th. Sorry, no. Early on the 30th. Or late on the 30th. So that you arrive at Waterdeep once again. Sadly and tragically. At about 11 a.m. on the 1st of hold on.
Was that Elias?
Like that? Don't you dare presume.
I think it's Elias, right?
It is Eliant. Eleint.
Those names are way too similar.
I know. Yeah. I agree. The first day of
So-
the first 10 day. And the gates are thrown wide open. And lights flickered in my house. Everybody in the I guess you guys are taking your carriage, right?
Yeah, but we're taking the south gate. That's the big one where you have a flourish coming in.
Yeah.
River gate, like
Yeah. No, you're right. Yep. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, everybody is. There's the same guard there as always. As he gives you a wave again. And the whole city. The whole city is celebrating. The entire high road is packed with people. It's the busiest you've ever seen the city.
Before we get there, can Varys disguise himself to make himself look super dapper?
Oh, of course. What do you want to look like?
Kind of think like like an old like 20s, just like a showman,
All right.
And as we're riding in, he's gonna go like, "Lord and ladies of Waterdeep, celebrate the coming of the party from Nightstone.
The way
From
to
Nightstone."
So yeah, as you arrive, there's a group of people waiting for you. They're expecting you, and they take your carriage and your horses and they put them in a stable. Just like the entire way to the Field of Triumph, which is like sort of the peak of the celebration. There's just people like lining the streets with stalls, and merchants are like walking through the crowd trying to hawk their wares. And there's several, you can see, like, as you arrive inside of the Field of Triumph, which is normally like an arena, they've erected several stands and stages on which you can see various groups performing shows.
Alright.
Several stalls are manned by people wearing Waterdeep's symbol on their clothes, and they're distributing free food and drinks. And there's guards nearby just in case, obviously, to keep things kosher.
Cool.
You can see that the main entrance to the Field of Triumph is a massive lion's mouth that you've got to go through in order to get in.
So cool.
It's about 5 stories tall, like the rest of the Field of Triumph.
Mhm.
And there's a little, like a 13-year-old page who is waiting for you as you get out of your carriage, which is taken away. And he says, "I'm Greg.
What did you say?
I'm Greg, your guest of honor."
There's another page boy named Greg. God damn it. I'm gonna go up to him and go, "Well, Greg."
Mm-hmm.
Hello, you're very Soloro.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the same Greg.
It's not the same Greg.
Wait, what?
Nope, different Greg.
That one was Gregory. God damn it.
Yep.
How come we haven't met a Mark or a Steve, but we've met 2 Gregs now and an
There was
Steele?
a Nathan. There's a Nathan that got murdered at some point. That was the baby's dead drug parents. Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
He didn't get murdered. I think that was suicide.
Well,
or
yeah,
not
that's
even-
true. That's
He's
true.
an accident,
You're right. I
an overdose.
misremembered. So he's wearing like a small Waterdeep uniform, and he says, "You're the Open Lord's special guests. I've been told to keep an eye out for you. Are you ready to go up to the private box?"
Sure.
All right,
Are
follow
you
me,
gonna try to
please.
assassinate us?
And we'll be ending soon. Don't worry, Kilo.
Yeah. I have to pee real quick. Like, I really have to pee real quick.
I'll wait for you.
So, 10 seconds.
We're his special guests.
You're my
Well, I mean,
special friend.
in Greg's voice, I'm gonna respond to him and go, "Well, Greg, am I your special guest?"
That's a cool trick, mister.
Oh,
Oh, by the way, can we say I retrieved my veal? Because I think it was in Nightstone this whole time. Yeah, I got my veal on me.
did you say veal as in lamb meat?
No, that's
No, as-
veal. This is an instrument made out of lamb.
As in like the midpoint between a cello and a violin.
One's lamb
Oh.
meat, one plays lamb strings. That's different. Barely.
A viola. Okay.
I
It's
think
like a
it's
smaller. It's like a half-size cello.
I think it is a viola though, not a viol.
No, it's a VIOL.
Oh. Wait, did you spell it wrong?
VIOL. That's what I've had the whole time.
Oh well, maybe.
I think you're right.
Waiting for.
It was actually I picked that because it was the closest thing in here to a stand-up bass, which I played in school.
That's pretty.
Okay, what's
cool.
happening?
That's gay. All right, so the young page boy leads you up 5 sets of stairs, past
Jeez.
bustling crowds of people, and onto the 5th floor.
That,
The whole
those are
stadium
good
is
speed.
packed with people buying things at shops and with their families and whatnot, watching the games.
What kind of games are these?
It's mostly just like people on stage doing silly things.
You know the top
Gotcha.
floor is not a good floor, right? Are we distinguished guests? Because they're putting us in the cheap seats.
Well, this is where all the private boxes are.
But they wouldn't be in the 5th floor. We're so far from the action. We can't see jack shit.
Well, Well, that's how it is. That's how it's laid out.
Well,
Uh,
what?
People to
so
be-
the
you
page
want
leads
people
you
to be
to
able to
the
see you.
western tip of the blunted arrowhead shape.
Just the tip, just
Yep,
for a second,
just the tip.
just the eyes.
Yep, just to see how it feels.
So
And
which cover
there's
of
an
the
ornate
Triforce
wooden
are you
door which
close?
is guarded by a dozen Valabar guards, one of which is older, who waves at you. And the guards are expecting you. The page gives the soldiers a salute, which they all return, some of them kind of mockingly. But the page
damn it, Craig.
leaves, and one of the Valabar says, "Invitations, please." And he extends a mail-covered hand towards you.
Wait, we got invitations, right?
Yep.
Okay. I produced mine.
Very nice. So upon receiving the invitation, they look them over cursorily and give you a salute. And he says, "Welcome, honored guests. Please come inside. The open lord is expecting you." And the guard opens the door and gestures you inside. And
Okay.
the inside is very richly adorned with lush rugs and ornate tables loaded with foodstuffs. There's sets of small binoculars on a small table by the door, and there's several luxurious-looking chairs positioned to allow the occupants to look over the spectacles below. And there's a further dozen Valabar positioned all around the edges of the room, and you recognize the old man Simon as one of them.
Good. That makes me no longer worried.
Good thing he landed on his feet.
Yeah.
There's several people already in the room. There's a High Judge Orvan, now Open Lord Orvan, and he's standing towards the front of the box.
What's he high on?
Sorry?
What's he high on?
I know, right?
That.
Cocaine, which is all over the tables. Just dusted. He's talking to a rotund and balding middle-aged man who is introduced to you as Mortimer Broken Gulf, who is, yep, that's a canonical name. I didn't make him up. He's director of the Field of Triumph. There's a tall and skinny man with leathery skin, and he's wearing green trimmed robes, and he's standing over by the food, picking at some grapes. And Orvan introduces him to you as Alardin Dorovic, who is the harvest master of Golden Fields. And Orvan says conspiratorially is maybe also a member of the Emerald Enclave.
What's the Emerald Enclave?
It's a group of druids who
That's what I
think
thought.
themselves to be in charge of all druids. I know.
The way you phrase that is very, very telling.
Yeah. There's also a red-faced man who seems constantly short on breath, and he introduces himself to you as Lord Dowser Ilzimmer, who is the Lord of Amphale and a proud member of the Lord's Alliance. And then the other two high judges, Burke Anteos and Hugo Black from before, are seated next to each other, and they're talking about something that you can't hear. And they're wearing the judge's robes, and they wave at you when they see you.
They wave.
That's cute.
That's silly. It's like hi.
Hi, I remember you from killing those people before.
How did the city seem when we entered? Like, as in, like, everything is just back to normal. It's all chill, right?
Yep,
Like,
they
there's
seem
nothing.
very pleased to see you.
I was
Like they've
really
been waiting
worried
for
this was Car's last attempt for a total party kill.
The entire box collapses into the field below. The people swarm, mobbing you. You're ripped to shreds.
Oh.
All right, so yeah, Orvan seems pleased to see you, and after introducing you, he says, Gideon tells me you all did an excellent job, and as you can see, the city feels like the same as before. When was the last time you heard them so happy? Probably Lady Silverhand's ascension, I think. However, as
Peace
happy
be
as they
upon
are
her.
now, I think they will be even happier when they hear the announcement that shall accompany my ascension.
I don't like that.
Neither do I. And what are you going to announce?
Wow, that's a secret, isn't it, dear? And he winks.
Ah,
I don't
I
like
think
that.
you'll perhaps like it the most. Well,
boy.
he'll like it the most, maybe. And he gestures at Varys.
I don't like that, but okay. Yeah, so I'm going to, is there anywhere to get alcohol here?
Yeah, there. Yeah. Do you say that out loud?
Not for me. Not for me. Oh, yeah, I say it out loud because, it's not for me, though. I'm living vicariously through Thane now.
Dude, Thane's got
The High Lord
Geralt-
smiles politely and he says, "Oh yes, I remember him." And then he gestures kind of vaguely around, and there's a bunch of decanters of wine all around. So
And I'm gonna gesture to Thane and be like, I'm gonna, like, point at the buck and be like, use it well, friend.
nice.
Bucket of wine.
Thane's gonna walk over and grab one of the buckets, take it by the handle, and
Well, there's decanters, and you have one bucket. You can fill a bucket from the decanter, but they haven't provided you buckets. I want to be clear.
this is Varys' bucket.
Okay. You just said take one of the buckets, and I was just making sure I didn't paint an incorrect picture here.
Buckets of wine in the
Yeah.
fancy box.
You do know what a decanter is, right?
Yeah. So the point is, I take a decanter, I empty it
Yeah.
into Varys' bucket,
Okay.
I take it with me. Yes.
Okay. They all raise an eye at you when you do that, but they don't say anything. Orban says that you guys have a couple minutes if you want to eat and get situated before the announcement.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna stand
fine.
on guard. I'm just curious to see what's gonna happen.
Vera's going to thank the Lord for his gracious hosting, and she'll take a little something to eat and drink, but she will nibble and drink
Con
in
save. I'm just kidding.
nothing but a sort of it's a presentation.
Okay.
She's not really eating or drinking. It's a presentation.
Can I whisper in her ear and just subtly be like, just remember you're trying to get some reparations for what they did to your gates.
Vera's gonna give Varys a kind of look like are you fucking serious? And she's gonna say, I know what I'm looking for. I remember, god damn it.
And then when she says, I know what I'm looking for, she grabs Varys' undead dick.
Yeah, they kiss passionately.
Is it
There was a few
pretty
times she
accurate?
did grab my dick, I think.
I mean,
What'd you say, Kilo?
does it have that good rigor mortis set
Oh,
in?
yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so
It's fucking rock hard, dude.
After a few minutes, the entertainment in the arena below seems to wind down, and people begin to expectantly look towards the Open Lord's box, waiting his speech. Hold on, gotta let the cat out.
Mm.
Hold on, Kitty. Whoa, 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 watch out. Meow. She gave me a mouse this morning. At 2 p.m. exactly, the 7 church bells in the nearby temple of Lathander's 7 gleaming spires ring simultaneously, and the crowd goes silent. And Open Lord Orovand steps to the front of the box and begins to speak. He speaks of history and tradition and of the future. And finally, when the crowd begins to grow restless, he says, "Before I let you return to the games and festivities, I would like to make an announcement. For the past 300 years, Waterdeep has consisted of 6 official wards. For over a century now, though, we have consigned the poorest and the most destitute of us to poverty in an enclave, within but also without, of the true city. I speak, of course, of the so-called Field Ward. For too long have these people lived in squalor. No longer shall we stand for this. Starting today, we will begin to atone for the sins of the past. Earlier this morning, I gave orders for the walls and gates between the Field Ward and the rest of the city to be dismantled, and for the construction materials to be used to make permanent structures and homes, shops, temples, and schools, and so on in the Free Ward. I have also signed documents to inaugurate a 7th official ward of Waterdeep. The field ward shall henceforth be known as the Free Ward, and all barriers between it and the rest of the city shall be torn down. And as he finishes speaking, the whole crowd erupts into cheers. And the Open Lord steps back and pours himself a drink. And he gives you guys a wink. He says, what do you think of that?
I like.
That's my response. I make that air horn sound.
Yeah, the crowd, they've all got vuvuzelas.
My response is, yeah. That's my response.
That should be done.
Nice.
Dude, that should be dummy thick, bro. Let's go.
Is there anything else happening, or that's it?
Nope. The after a few minutes of applause, the games and festivities begin again, and the crowd returns to them.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any games that we could participate in?
No, not in the box. It's just food and important people.
Because I want to go to the Temple of the Seldarin now, because magic is allowed.
Oh, that's true.
Take Vahayon with me.
Well, I think
And
we'll end it
also-
here.
Yeah.
Okay, because they're sleepy bitches.
Yeah.
Well, one of
Is
them
that
is
like
sleepy bitch.
basically the end of the exchange here, Car?
Well, unless you want to do more of the exchange, but we'll end it after the exchange. I meant, but yeah. So
Okay. So, well, like, because I don't want to be rude. I was gonna wait until like we're basically done, and like the guy's just like, yeah, enjoy the games now. But if that's where we're at, then like as we're rounding things up, I'll have like a little quiet word with the Open Lord, and I'll tell him. We'll tell him with some distress that while we were back helping to restore order in Waterdeep, upon returning to Nightstone, we found out that while we were helping restore order in Waterdeep, the so-called Lord Protector had sent men to sack and destroy Nightstone, and unfortunately caused some damages while we were away, and we're not able to protect it. And we would be
yes, the news with the dragon. I've heard very, very interesting. Horrible.
Yeah.
I'm glad nobody in Nightstone was harmed.
Actually, a number of our guards were slain by the Lord Protector's
Awful.
men, and yes, and the city itself suffered some damage, and we would be deeply grateful if, as a token of Waterdeep's friendship, if you would be willing to spend some funds for the rebuilding of the city.
Yes, well, I of course, I'll send an assessor out and assess the damage.
That's very good. It may be repaired before he gets there, though, as we have already set repairs in motion.
Yes, I'm sure. Well, he'll be empowered to speak on my behalf.
Yes. The guilds of Daggerford have taken careful note of all the damages that they will be able to
I'm
provide.
certain that, without a doubt, all costs will be covered.
That is excellent to hear, yeah, Lord. You are a magnanimous and wise ruler.
I hope only to atone for the sins of my predecessor.
As can any of us. And Lord Varys will give a flourishing bow.
He gives you a nod.
Can I do now my Temple of the Seldarin thing real quick?
No.
Boo.
No.
No?
We'll stop here.
Yay.
Do
Ooh.
that at the start of next time.
Fine.
Finish up the adventures in Waterdeep, get a boat, go up to Neverwinter.
See, I just started writing chapter 4, and this seems like this is the beginning of chapter 5. God damn it.
Yep.
Yeah, totally.
I'm like 8 sessions behind. Fucking hell.
I just read chapter 1. That thing is extensive.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You see why it takes me a little longer? And on top of it, my girl